Hey, look at this. It's just like old times. Old times being, I don't know, a month ago. How's it going, everyone? It's great to see all your names, aka faces, aka, I don't know, in the chat, your emotes, your words, whatever. How are we all doing? It's good to see you. I'm back, and it's hot as fuck. I've got the tank top on. I've got the embarrassing black Neil Breen tank top on. I'm always very self-conscious of my shoulders, so I hope you appreciate how actual hot it is right now. Extremely humid and hot. Yeah, so I've got a fan on and everything. I've literally got a fan right there. You can probably hear it on the microphone, but oh my god. But yeah, welcome back welcome back everybody. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Am I clipping? Is the audio clipping? 2, 2, 2. Hello. Am I clipping? Am I clipping? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, let me know if it sounds gross and distorted when I get a little loud. But let's say hello to everyone. We got so many awesome people in the chat already. We got Zoop. Welcome in. We got Adorable. And who else we got? We got Half a Laptop. We got Goblin Hugger. Everybody go follow Goblin Hugger. They're amazing. A great VTuber. Let's get a shout out for Goblin Hugger, please. Kiri. And Awesome Grebe. Also Kiri. Also Kiri Magic as well. We got Kasona Fun. Also gonna get a shout out for Kasona Fun. Prince Infidel. Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Audio is good. Loud and clear. Great. Thanks. Finally got a day off, and I'm just happy it's raining a little since everything is on fire. Yeah, it's been not great, has it? It's been not great in the land known as Canada. Definitely not. But I'm glad you're all right. It's the DJ, the doctor, the jocktor. That's right, Vod. Hello, Survided. Good to see you as well. Long time no see to you, just in general. I don't think I've seen you in a while. But yeah, you know, for those of you that were not aware, like, I've not streamed for like a month because various different catastrophizing absurd things. So I do have to actually apologize to chat. This is something that I should do. I should apologize to the community because I feel like I put a little bit of like undue pressure on you, and that is not, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, basically. Let me explain what's happened, okay? Let me explain what's happened. So, as you know, I worked really, really hard on my last video. You can check out my last video on my YouTube channel. It's just djmuel on Twitter, the same as what it is on here. I put so much work into it, and I wanted to get it done for a certain time. And that's because, ideally, what I want, I was sort of talking about this a little bit before the release of the video on stream. I'm really sorry if you can hear that, by the way. There's like a cup final or something going on, and Manchester City are in the final or something. There's loads of fans in town. I don't fucking know anything about football. You might hear some background noise. But yeah, I was kind of toying with the idea of like maybe streaming 3 days a week instead of 4 days a week, and hopefully having more time to like work on videos in the future. And I was hoping that was going to come as a result of my new video, because my new video, I put so much work into it, put so much time, so much research, so much energy, and it's the best thing that I've done, and I think everybody who's seen it, especially people here in the chat who've seen it, agree. I was absolutely certain that it would like make my income go up. I was certain that I would get like more patrons on YouTube, and it would get loads of views. And that isn't how it happened, unfortunately, because various reasons, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. You know, from like YouTube algorithm not liking the word queer or polyamorous, to, you know, me mentioning the fact that I have a Patreon right at the end of the video, whereas I should have like really mentioned it a lot earlier on. So, but there's other stuff as well, obviously. So because of that, it didn't make the money that I thought it would, and I'd taken 2 weeks off streaming. Now, let me tell you why I took 2 weeks off streaming, and you're gonna laugh, right? You're gonna fucking laugh. It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. My partner, bless her, it's not her fault. It's not her fault, but she's really into astrology, right? And I'm not. I've never been into astrology. I think it's bollocks. If you want to be into it, no worries. That's absolutely fine. I personally, as an anarchist, hate everything about the idea that our personalities are predetermined and what happens to us in our lives is predetermined by things that happen in the stars. No offense to anyone who believes that stuff. I just don't. But I was very desperate and anxious about whether this video was actually going to do what I wanted it to do. And my partner had told me that in my star signs, I was going to come into some money. And so that kind of like joined up things in my head. I was like, yeah, that's true. This is the biggest video I've ever worked on. It's the best thing I've ever done. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be more than okay to take a couple of weeks off streaming to finish it and put it out early to make sure the release date lines up with the stars. And of course, that was all bollocks, wasn't it? So then what happened was, in my head, I was like, shit, I took 2 weeks off streaming. I can't expect my chatters to save me after this. I can't expect them to. So then I put out that tweet. I don't know if some of you will have seen it. FD Signifier, I think, retweeted it. Really, really kind of him, and got me like a few more patrons and a load of donos that day. So that was like really, really cool. But never count on the stars. Listen, you don't need to fucking tell me. You don't need to tell me. Well, hi Ashrand, how are you doing? Obviously like kicking myself about that and shit like that. And again, it wasn't my girlfriend's fault. She wasn't trying to like say to me, oh, this is definitely gonna happen and blah 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 blah. She was just like hearing these like TikTokers on astrology TikTok basically taking advantage of people like me, who have a hope and a dream, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it's an ADHD thing as well. I agree with that, half a laptop. Yeah, it's an ADHD thing as well. Also, hello, welcome to the stream, Danky and Shafiq Mog. How you doing? Good to see you, Shafiq. So anyway, got that done, and it didn't work out. And then that's when we hit May. And I was so anxious that I wasn't gonna hit, because I was thinking like, oh my God, cost of living, the community's not gonna be able to afford to donate as much as I thought they would. Fuck, I'm gonna have to get a job. That's when I put that tweet out. But then lo and behold, you all saved my fucking ass again. And that's why I've got to apologize, because I didn't have faith in you, and you've literally, every single one of you has like carried me this far, through when I first went like full time back in like, I don't even know when it was, January last year, whenever it was. It's been so long, and like it's just ridiculous. Of course, it was correct in that after the nosedive, you did come into some money in the form of donos. Right, okay, yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Rat Freak. Yeah, you're the stars. You lot are the stars, literally, yeah. Why would we laugh at you as an excuse to get a thing done that you really wanted to get done? Sometimes you need a silly reason to do something neat. Yeah, but it was also out of desperation, and, like, I have so much stuff going on, and basically the reason that I took like so long to get back onto the stream is various reasons. People were being really fucking nasty about me having to enter the workforce, which I will just say this about that. To the people who were like giving me McDonald's orders on my stream and in my comments and in my YouTube comments and in my replies on Twitter, yes, that's very funny. It is funny to have a little laugh at my expense regarding that. I'm not gonna lie, pretty funny, yeah. But it just makes me think, in the audiences of the people who have said those things about me, that there are people who work those jobs. And there are people who work those jobs who are gonna see that stuff when you take the piss out of me for having to enter the workforce in an extremely lacking in class consciousness way. And I wonder how they feel. I wonder how they feel about that. I wonder how they felt when they saw that. You know? That's all I'll say about that. Hey, Smutty Babby Aga. No worries. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's good to see you. Ezra Reza, for when my family's into astrology too, and when things go wrong, it's because Mercury's in retrograde, not because I'm a dumbass and messed up. Yeah, it's the thing is that, like, you know, sometimes things go wrong because people do things wrong, and sometimes things go wrong because of things out of their control, right? But it's hardly ever the stars. Again, I don't want to get into this because it's kind of like new atheism, and I don't want to shame anyone for, like, you know, believing in astrology. You do what you want. You do what you want. You know. Who the fuck does that? Leftists. That's who do that. They call themselves leftists. Interesting, isn't it? Anyway. The lack of respect for service workers is so bad. Working in Macca's is fucking hard. Some of the most tidy and efficient chefs I've worked with started there. Yeah. For real. My partner used to work at McDonald's. My partner literally used to work at McDonald's. You know? Well, they don't think about that. You know? Got a tarot reading from a hot guy I was humoring, and he said I would get a promotion, and I got fired. Oh man, that sucks. Also, hi, it is what it is. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Beanie Gaby. Good to see you. Yeah, no clash consciousness at all. Sometimes it's okay to take the piss out of a planet. It's true. I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's better to take the piss out of planets than people. That's true. Braver than the troops for real. Unironically true. Hey, Trip Maverick. Good to see you too. Yeah, working in those places is hard. It's hard work for sure. For sure. Anyway, what was I gonna fucking say? So what have I been up to? So yeah, taking, like, you know, there were people being fucking nasty and saying, like, the most absurd, insane things about me. You know, potentially having to, like, get a job, and I wasn't actually, like, that bothered about having to get a job in the grand scheme of things. Of course, I would rather not. I would rather, like, it's so funny. I would much rather, like, be poor on here streaming all the time, doing what I love, doing activism, working with the tenants union, and, you know, stuff like that, than you know, being a full-time worker at some fucking office, like, even if it's like a work from home thing. I would much prefer to be doing this with you lot, and be poor, right? I would much prefer than, like, to get, like, a decent fucking living wage. And anyway, that's just how it is, right? So I'm glad that you're all here. I'm glad you're all still here, and I'm looking forward to moving forward in the future. You know, like, the weird funny thing is, as well, is that my partner said to me, like, didn't you have a thing like this last year? And then I was thinking, like, when I was like, because I applied for some jobs. I, like, applied to work in, like, a couple of little, like, customer service jobs. I can't even remember what they were, but it was just, like, anything that was, like, customer service, work from home, hybrid remote stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So I, like, went into my CV to edit it. And when my partner said that, I looked at the date that it was last edited, and it did actually say May 2022. And I'm like, okay, hang on a minute. Is this just a May thing? Is this just like I get scared that I'm gonna, like, you know, lose a load of money in May. It's like a yearly annual thing for me. I don't know. All retail and fast food jobs to me are the toughest jobs on the planet, and they're so underpaid. Yeah, it's true. I love tarot for approaching difficult conversations with friends. Also very fun. Tarot is cool. Yeah. Tarot is cool as shit. I don't believe in it, but it's cool as shit. May madness is real. It's true. I got super mad. More mad than usual. May Day, innit? Yeah. Like me and so many people I know have an absolutely shocking time in May. Yeah. Maybe May. Yeah, maybe it is May, right? I did pull through a second time past the May curse. I did. Thanks. Yeah, I did. I did. I'm shocked that Muel is not a fan of the working conditions in this economy. I would not have expected this from his politics. Yeah. Like, it's you know, it's lucky, I guess, that, like, you know, I don't find it that hard to do the reproductive labor in my house. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm fine with doing, like, meal planning, cooking meals, shopping, like, frugally and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I do get takeaways pretty much twice a month. Like, my partner gets them twice a month, I get them twice a month. You know, we kind of share in that cost. And, you know, I desperately try not to get, like, Ubers and, like, ride my bike. There's something that happened. I was so stressed during my time off that I was gonna take my bike. It sat here. It sits here next to me in the stream room, right? And I was gonna go and, like, see my partner. Yeah, I was gonna go and see her, and I pumped up my tires because I've not ridden it in a while, and I was so stressed that I pumped them up so much that they fucking burst. Well, one of them did, and I couldn't believe it. I fucking shat myself because I got, like, this new, like, foot pump. Like, I think I got it, like, 3 months ago, and I hadn't used it, and I was like, fuck it, perfect time to use it. I've not cycled in 3 months. I got this about 3 or 4 months ago. Let's fucking go. Like, and I just did it too much and it exploded. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. How hench are you? That's impressive. No. What happened was that I didn't do it, like, so what happened was I pumped it up to what I thought was, like, the best, like, the most, the tire pressure, right? And then I put it in the hall outside the apartment, and I just heard this fucking bang, and I was like, what the fuck? And I went outside, and I was like, was that the tire? And I, like, felt the tire, and it was, like, so flaccid. So yeah, it was that. I pumped them up so much that they exploded. It's crazy. I had no idea it could just happen. But yeah, anyway, there you go. So that happened. What else was I going to say? So yeah, there was that. And then, like, so my dad, bless him, and my stepmom, I love them to bits. And I think I spoke about this on Red Planet, so stop me if you heard this one before. But to the people who didn't hear this story, so my dad, I love him to bits. Like, he knew I was going through a rough time, and he said, do you want to come over? We'll take you out to a restaurant. That'll be fine. I was like, great, cool. And they just got back from holiday. And I didn't know this, but my stepmom, when we were out, we were at the restaurant, and I was like, thanks guys, this is really nice, like, thanks for taking me out. It's one of my favorite restaurants, been going there since I was a kid, do you know what I mean? Lovely Chinese food, really nice, had a cheeky pint of Guinness, you know, special occasion, not really special occasion, just, you know, felt like shit. Which luckily is a special occasion in my life at the minute. And then my fucking stepmom is like, you know, blowing her nose and going, oh yeah, well, I'm just getting over this sickness. And I'm like, and my dad's like, oh yeah, well, I think I'm getting it now. And I'm like, you're getting sick? And they're like, oh yeah, it's just a cold or something, it's whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And so, like, we go home, and then the next day I wake up, and my dad is like fucking, like, snot city. Like, he is full of fucking mucus. He is just an absolute demon. A little fucking goblin mess on the couch, just, like, covered in tissues, mucus everywhere. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? He's like, oh, it's got me hard today, son. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like sat there with him, and I'm like, I'm gonna get sick. And I got sick. I got fucking sick. I couldn't believe it. I got sick, and it lasted for like a whole arse 2 weeks. I was literally ready to come back to streaming 2 weeks ago. And also I hadn't been going to the gym as well, and I was ready to go back to the gym, like, you know, 2 weeks ago as well. And oh man, yeah, it's just fucking sucked. It's just fucking sucked. It has meant that I've had a lot of free time, which is nice because you know, I don't really get free time, but free time when you're self-employed is not, it's not great because you don't get paid. You know what I mean? You don't get holiday pay, you don't get sick pay. So that sucks. But whatever, it's fine. Shit happens. You know, I've made it work as best as I can. And yeah, that's it basically. But yeah, so now I'm back. Yeah, I got better like pretty much Friday. Yeah, I feel it's so weird. It doesn't even feel like I'm actually streaming. like right now. It's so weird when you come back to streaming and it's just you. Like streaming on Red Planet is one thing, right? It's fine because you've got your co-hosts and all that kind of stuff, and you've got the guests and all that. But yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird being back to streaming. But it's great to see you all. Like, I hope you're all doing well. Has anything been going on? What's happened to you lot in the last month? Glad you're back and feeling better. Yeah, no, I'm feeling loads better. It actually gave me like a bit of time to think about like new content as well. And I spoke about this. I think I spoke about this on Red Planet and on UV Pod. If anyone was at Mark's stream last night raising money for Trans Lifeline, I was just on the tail end of that charity weekend. And we were playing draw. What is it? What do they call it? Quiplash. And all that shit. I can't remember. What the fuck? What is that? What is that game called? Jackbox Party Pack. Jackbox Party Pack. That one. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Oh, Kerry. Fucking, can I get a shout out for Chris WT Fern? And hey, Chris, how you doing? And hello, Lost Futures. How are you doing? Everybody go subscribe to Lost Futures on YouTube. Lost Futures was also on the end of the Trans Lifeline stream yesterday. Hello, Mazovian Social Economist. Glad to see you streaming again. Thanks so much. Hope you're doing good. What was I talking about? Yeah, so it got me thinking about like new content because I've been wanting to make Patreon exclusive content for like a while. Oh, I didn't know that Lost Futures actually streamed. I didn't know you streamed Lost Futures. Well, thanks for the shout out for Lost Futures anyway. I'm going to go and check out Lost Futures stream. I didn't know you streamed, Ibrahim. But yeah, we'll give you some shout outs in future for that. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I was thinking about patron-only content for like the longest time and thinking like, well, what can I do for my patrons that I'm not going to be doing on, you know, on my channel, on my main channel or whatever. And then it hit me because I watched so many fucking movies over my sickness and like my time off that like, holy fucking shit, I should just do movie reviews. I watch a ridiculous amount of movies every month anyway. I talk to you on here, like on stream. I talk to you lot in the chat about this stuff a lot of the time. But I thought, how good would it be to do like an in-depth, and it's perfect. It's got alliteration. Muel's monthly movie review, right? How good is that? And it's even 3 Muel's monthly movie review. And if I do that, you know, the whole just for patrons and stuff, I think that'd be perfect. I think that'd be really perfect patron only content. And you would only need to be in the second tier, which is the Goblin tier, so £5 a month on Patreon to get that. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm gonna start filming that tomorrow, I think. Muel's monthly movie musings. Oh shit. It is what it is. You might have just clinched it. I do prefer 3. I like the number 3. I think 3 is the magic number. So I might just keep it to Muel's monthly movie review. But I like that. I do like that. Muel's monthly movie musings. Yeah. It all depends on how easy it is for me to say when I do the intro. You know what I mean? Hello and welcome to Muel's monthly movie review. It's already hard to say just 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cade's Tortured Crossing, 11 out of 10 egg dogs. That's out now, isn't it? That's out now. We should watch that for the next movie night. For real. Speaking of which, I'm open for donations again this month. Get us to £450. You know the score. And we'll have a movie night. Obviously, don't worry. We're not going to do deadlines or anything this month because it's whatever. If we get to £450, we'll have a double feature movie night this month in May. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be out by a certain time. I guess the only deadline that I'll do is if we get to 900, because that has to have a deadline anyway, because the dono goal will reset next month anyway. So that has to have a deadline, but obviously I'm going to be carrying forward the incentive from last month that we didn't hit because of everything that happened. But yeah, that will be a DJ stream dressed as a gnome. So I'll be doing the gnome look, if you remember what the gnome stream was like, doing that, but playing some tunes on the decks. How good will that be? Think about that. Well, if you want to see that, get donating. Do sub off Twitch in the chat or click on the link that Shafiq has put in there. Thank you very much, Shafiq. Love you loads. Not only is it out, it is winning awards left and right. Breen is making it. Get out of town, dude. What do you mean it's winning awards? What do you mean it's winning awards? I did ask people in the chat what they've been up to, and I don't want to upset people by missing what they said. But Kiri said that she's back on her video bullshit, had surgery, been depressed as fuck, starting an OnlyFans. Oh my god. Well, good luck with all of that. I'm glad that the surgery went well. Obviously, it went well. I hope it went well. I think it went well because you're here in the chat. On the topic of plaids, the ants have found our flat. No, Beanie Gaby, that sucks. And it's really hard to find like a way. Yo!
Solidarity.
Damned Danky, thank you so much for supporting the stream. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Really, really, really appreciate that. New viewer as well. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. You can be absolutely certain that that £20 is probably going to be a bit of my weekly shop. I like to tell people exactly where their money goes to, you know. What else do we got in the chat? So Survided says, I've been catching up with Red Planet watching VODs because I toggle pause compulsively and miss bits if it's a stream. So much interesting stuff gets said. I have to stop and think about it for a moment. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, it's a lot of content, right? It's a lot of content, which is why it's really good that we have it in the podcast form. You know, we are on every podcast website, I think. Whoa, Queen Pib! Stop it! She's out of control. Queen Pib paying my fucking broadband bill. Thank you so much for the £50. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. And everybody should go follow Queen Pib because she's amazing. Queen Pib also taking a leaf out of the Muel book. I like to see. Doing some subbing off Twitch. I saw that. I saw that thread. I was on my alt account when I liked it, but, you know. Hello, Ludo. Nah, welcome in. Hello, Mr. Dang. It's good to see you. No, so this is crazy. That Cade's Tortured Crossing is getting it's getting awards. It won the best fantasy film at the LA Independent Film Fest. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm not going blind in one way. Finding out about the other way next month. Oh shit, happy to hear it, Ashrand. Oh, that's cool as hell. Yeah, congrats. Work's been busy, but my OG friends and I have been playing Rust like old times. We used to play a lot in 2013, so that's been a good nostalgia trip. And now I've been exercising consistently since April, feeling good about that. Yeah, we love to see it, dude. If exercise is something that makes you feel good, you should absolutely do it. I, myself, cannot wait to get back in the gym later. I'm going to be doing it after the stream, but there you go. Yeah, I took money out of Twitch's pocket this week, and I'm going to do it again. It feels good to do it, because they suck. You know, if there's ever been a better incentive to sub off Twitch, the fucking shit that they came out with like last week should reinforce why you should do that. You know, listen, I'll never say no to subs, I'll never say no to bits, but we do really, really, really push on this channel subbing off Twitch. So there you go. Little Miss F, how are you doing? Welcome in. Can I get a shout out for Little Miss F, please, Kiri? Love to see a queen going off. Hey Ludo, how are you doing? I think I said hi to you earlier. I'm not sure. It has been a minute. It has been a minute, but your boy's back. Your boy is back, and it's great to see everybody here, honestly. Built an irrigation setup in my back garden on Saturday that I'm pretty proud of, and planted various bushes in the front garden Sunday. That's so cool, Awesomeo. I want to hear all about that. I want to hear all about the irrigation setup. Post it in the Discord. I want to see that. Been playing the new Amnesia game. Most scared I've been since the first one. Loving it. Oh shit, Chris, that's saying something, man. I've not been scared at a video game in a fucking long time, man. Do you think I should get it? Because you play a lot of scary games, innit? I have big news. I'm going to be modeling for Queer Life Drawing at the end of this month. Shafiq, that is so fucking awesome. Oh, shit. Proud of you. That's really cool. Okay, random hat or wig. We can do... you won't be able to see all of it, but we can do fan favorite, the gnome hat. Listen, I'm bringing a new style. I'm bringing a new fucking style in. It's gnome core, yeah? It's gnome core. What did they do last week? So Twitch released these like new guidelines for sponsorships. So if y'all remember when I did HelloFresh sponsorships are really, really good ways for like streamers to make money of any size, because even if you're partnered on Twitch, even if you get like a lot of views on Twitch, it doesn't mean that you're making a shitload of money. Do you know what I mean? There's never a guarantee of that, right? So this affected everybody from affiliates to partners, like basically everyone who doesn't make like, you know, 1,000 views every day. Yeah, like you want to be getting sponsorships, you want to be getting like a decent amount of companies giving you dough alongside donations that you get on stream, because like they just offered way more money, right? So like when HelloFresh sponsored me, I was getting like, what was it? Fucking, oh my God, I can't remember. I feel like it was like £100 per thing. Yeah, Chris has done HelloFresh. Yeah, Chris gets an average of like 8 viewers and made like over $1,000 on sponsorships. It's like, I can't remember what the price was they gave me on HelloFresh, but it was something like £100 per £5 sign up. So like you, the viewer, would sign up with my code for one fucking thing, and they would pay me, you know, you would pay something like £5, £10, £15, whatever it was, and I would get 100 quid. So basically, if you wanted to give me 100 quid, just give me 15 quid. So it's like that basically. And it was really, really good, because I only got like 5 sign-ups, and I got like 500 quid, right? It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, that shit can like save a streamer's income in a month. You know what I mean? So what they did was they made it so that you have to like really tone down the sponsorship overlays and stuff. So if I were to have like a HelloFresh logo in the top left corner of the stream there, yeah, they wanted it to be like faded out by 50%, like opacity on 50%, and like tiny, not to you know, not to take up a certain amount of the stream. But then of course the advertisers, the sponsorship companies are not like, they're not discussing these things with Twitch. Twitch isn't discussing these things with you know, with the companies doing these sponsorships. So they're seeing this and they're going, oh well, we're not going to pay fucking, you know, £5,000 for a streamer to have like, you know, tiny little shitty advert on the stream, right? And it's like, it's so fucked. They've taken a lot of it back, but it just goes to show how far removed they are from the actual like streamer experience. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, they want to ruin the return on investment, yeah. And that's because they feel like sponsorships take away money to Twitch, which is absurd. There's no correlation to that whatsoever. You know what I mean? Twitch is only like X amount of time to prove that they're profitable to Amazon before they go tits up. At least that's what I heard. Listen, man, I don't want to say it, but I feel like if Twitch starts to go bankrupt, I feel like Elon Musk is going to buy it. And then it's game over, man. I'm right over to YouTube. I don't want to say it, but I said it. I don't take any joy in saying it, but I feel like that. I feel that's probably what's going to happen. I don't know. But at least you can stream on YouTube, you know, blah. Yeah, well, he's a cringe lord, isn't he? He thinks he's like super special, super gamer guy, and he's gonna like, you know, he would just do that shit. He would just do that shit, wouldn't he? Hey, Overzealous Euthanasia. Yes, how you doing? Amnesia is a good series. Bit shaky. Soma is their best work still. Only just started the new Bunker game though. I mean, hiya. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. I do want to check out the new Amnesia game for sure. I loved Soma. I really, really liked Soma. It scared me in a way that was different to how I got scared, like, for example, the first time I ever played Outlast. But yeah. Discrotta, it's good to see you. How you doing? Discrotta. Is he even enough of a gamer, though? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Try and convince Twitch streamers relying on Twitch's systems more to appease viewers. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. Are you on any of the Twitter alternatives? No, I am not. I have not been offered a Blue Sky code or whatever it is. I don't know. Look, I don't understand what my company does, but I fix the computes so everyone else can do their jobs. I probably shouldn't run the company. Twitch is run by people who don't know what the company does. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. They want HelloFresh and Co. to buy ad space from Twitch instead so they get a cut. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. That's definitely what it is. They want that money going to them, yeah. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, this is how corporations work, right? So, like, you know, Twitch is a corporation owned by another corporation, yeah? I think it's been about 5 minutes. I hope so, anyway. And corporations have shareholders on a board, right? Shareholders who are from other companies. So the shareholder of Twitch might be a shareholder for, I don't know, Amazon might be a shareholder for YouTube or Google or whatever. Do you know what I mean? All this kind of stuff, yeah? And they don't care what happens. They just want to see line go up, right? That's what it is. They just want to see line go up. And they don't care how it happens. They don't care what happens to the bottom line or anything like that. So Twitch started off as, like, you know, a small company where, like, people bought some servers, and I don't even think they stored VODs when it was just in TV. But, like, Fighter Jet, thank you for the 52 months. Oh my goodness, that's however many, that's as many months as there are weeks in a year. That doesn't really make any sense, but thank you so much for the, like, 4 years and 4 months of support. Really appreciate you, Fighter Jet. But yeah, it's what is it? So yeah, they just had this code that worked for, like, live streaming, and they figured out how to make it work with, like, OBS, and I think there were, like, other softwares at the time that did streaming too. I'm not entirely 100% on the history of it, but, like, you know, they were never set out to be this, like, massive money-making organization. And then, you know, it became Twitch. I think it got bought and turned into Twitch. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that Amazon bought it, which meant that they then had expectations on it, and the shareholders had expectations on it, etc., 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 right? So, you know, this is something that was never designed to be, like, a profitable company. I mean, maybe it was, but they didn't do a good job of it, right? I don't know. If they were trying, they didn't do a good job of it. Because it's hard to make something like this profitable. And that's completely fine if you just want it to, like, break even and you want to run this company for, like, the love of, like, live streaming and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, cool. Like, you know, you could just, like, break even every month, and that's fine. Yeah, Amazon took over in 2014. Wait, hang on. In 2014, is that right? I don't think that's right, is it? Surely it was later than that. Maybe it was. Yeah, that's right. 2014. Okay, fair enough. Well, I don't know when Justin TV became Twitch. Maybe it was that, you know? It works on its own. It's an open spec with HTTP called TS Telestream. That's why OBS can plug into other stuff. Oh, right. I'm with you. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's what I thought, Persona Fun. I was like, fucking hell. If it's 2014, I'm getting fucking old. But I am getting old. I'm 33. So, anyway. Can't remember where I was going with it. But anyway, it's evolved into this, like, absurd platform where they're trying to make it profitable. Just Johnny. Why will she not say it? Why will she not say egg dog? Why will she? Yes, Johnny, thank you so much for the 40 months. There we go. I remember because I got an Xbox. I just got an Xbox and I saw the Twitch app advertised. I didn't know what it was. I'm with you. I'm with you. She was confused. She didn't know what Eggdog was. It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Anyway. So, yeah, Twitch is fucked. Twitch is terrible. Terrible. Hello, Sploot Newt. How are you doing? It's good to see you. What else have I got to say to you? I haven't done a lot. I really haven't done a lot. I've played. Do you know what? Do you know what? Maybe this is another thing I can do for like patrons, right? Maybe this is another thing that I could do for patrons, patron-only content, but like maybe like game reviews. So, for those of you that don't know, I think Fighter Jet will probably remember. Oh. She's
have some of my money that's in the amount of a Homestuck number because today is Hivebent Day.
Thank you so much, Gunman Master. Thank you so much for the £6.12. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Thank you for supporting the stream and welcome back. How are you doing? How are you doing? 33 isn't old. The majority of your life is still ahead. I know. Thank you though, Prince. That's sweet of you to say. After I get done with Color of Magic, should I go right into Light Fantastic? Mr. Dang, you know, in this community, if I answer that question, I will get cancelled. Who here remembers the Discworld debacle of 2023? The Discworld debacle. Another 3 is the magic number of 2023 in the Discord in Muel's very normal country back tea house. Yeah, the Rincewind row. Discworld discourse. Yeah, listen, I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question because if I answer that question, everyone's going to be like, DJ Muel's had it. He's a loser. He doesn't understand. Yeah, it's the one that you started by wanting to know which Discworld novel to start with, and I was like, you should start with the first one because there's jokes that get referenced in the later novels that you won't understand if you don't. And then everyone was like, that doesn't matter, and they were all wrong. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You can do what you want. I would just say, yes, read Light Fantastic, and then from then on you can just do whatever you want because there's like some of them that are sequential. Light Fantastic is definitely a sequel to the Color of Magic. It's like telling someone to skip the Golden Age arc. It's not that. Okay, I'm getting a little bit pedantic. I'm getting a bit pedantic here. But yeah, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. You can't say it's like that. It's not like that. Anyway, the Golden Age arc is a whole thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've done a video on that. I've done a whole fucking video on that. I was talking about games. I was going to talk about games. I was going to talk about... Because another thing that I've been doing while I've been off is playing a lot of 7 Days to Die. So a lot of people... Yes, of course you're just exaggerating, aren't you? Of course you are. Even if you claimed that you weren't exaggerating, you would have been exaggerating. A couple of people probably won't know this because they don't know my older content, but Fighter Jet probably will. Fighter Jet probably will remember this because, as you've seen, Fighter Jet has been subbed to my fucking content for 52 fucking months, which is like 4 or 5 years. But I used to be big into a game called 7 Days to Die. Has anyone played 7 Days to Die in the chat? Anyone played that? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Discrotter. Yeah, if you read Discworld in order, the world evolves. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah. Yeah, just Johnny, quick, Chris, seen it but not a fan. Yeah, that's fair enough. So, I bet I could die faster than in 7 days. If you play this game, you will die immediately. Pyramids is a bit yikes for Arab Egyptian stereotypes. You know, I never thought about that. But yeah, you're probably fucking right. Blood Moon every night. So 7 Days to Die, right? I got interested in 7 Days to Die. And actually, around about 2014, I started getting back into gaming and stuff. I was like, started winding down, DJing and stuff like that. Yeah, I was getting back into gaming, and I was really into Minecraft. I was so into Minecraft. I had like a breakup, and ended up smoking a lot of weed, quitting my job, all that kind of nonsense. And I ended up just playing a shit ton of Minecraft. And then I saw, because I was also watching Markiplier at that time as well, I saw a game called 7 Days to Die. I think it was Rooster Teeth that were playing it, the first people that I watched play it. And I was never really mad into Rooster Teeth, but I saw him play it and I was like, this looks really good. It looks like Minecraft, but with a bit better graphics. And there's a load of zombies. It's like a zombie apocalypse. It's like modern. There's guns in it and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. And they had all these like different things that they were advertising about it, and all these things they were going to do, because it was one of the first, it was one of the first 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse games. And what are those, you might ask? Well, it's when you add these tags, these 4 tags on Steam. So it would be open world, early access, survival, crafting. And gamers joked back then that they were 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse games, because they were games that the developers got very excited about, and they were definitely going to be like the next big thing. But they never came to any fruition, right? Because, of course they didn't, because it was the early access thing. And it was really unfortunate, because early access was such a good idea. And in like an ideal world, not with capitalism in it, it would work really well, like early access games, because it's like, okay, well, we'll give you all the resources that you need to make a game, the opportunity like to sell it and stuff like that. We'll give you all these ideas, a platform to sell it on, etc., etc. You can make your game and it'll be great, right? But of course what happened is these people made like a semi-successful game that was like kind of fun to play, because it was a little bit crusty, a little bit janky, but it had some good bits to it, and it was like mostly playable for the most part, and you could play it with your friends online, and so it ended up selling 1 million copies. But when you sell 1 million copies of a game, that means that you've made £1 million at least, right? So what incentive have you then got, really, if you are just like a couple of developers like Joel and whatever his fucking brother's name, Hunink, were? What incentive have you got to finish that game that you said you would finish? You haven't fucking got one at all, right? And that is true. It's so true. And I actually wrote an article about it. So I was in like a group of like gaming YouTubers, streamers back in the day, and we wanted to like start this whole thing. It was called Second Invite. Really cool people involved. Really like him. One of the guys, Steve of War, really, really good speedrunner. You should go check him out. I do like Steve. He's a pretty cool guy. Don't quote me on how based he is. I've not followed any of his content. I don't know if he's a chud nowadays or whatever, but he was a decent guy back then. I'm sure he is now. But like, I wrote an article about 7 Days to Die and like how it like failed on a lot of like the things that it promised. And that was like 5 years after it had started development. I was playing this fucking game last week, and there are still things that are fucked. It's absolutely it's a joke. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god. I was thinking, wow, now would be a good time to play 7 Days to Die, because it'll be really, really, really good. Because they've had 10 years to develop it. Over 10 years, actually, right? And it will be good. They'll have done a lot of the things that they say, that they said that they've done. But they just haven't. It's fucking insane. It's like there's all these like extra bits to the game where it's like it's needlessly complex. The UI is a fucking disgrace. It looks like shit. Like the difficulty of the game is so bad at the start of the fucking game, in early game. It's completely unplayable. It's completely fucking unplayable. Like I was so close to fucking rage quitting. Yeah, I was so close to rage quitting. Anyway, listen, I want to catch up on the chat because I've been gone for like a month and I want to speak to everybody. Hello, Isle. I deal with a blood moon every month. I don't need more of it. You know what? That's fair enough. Yeah, fuck 7 Days to Die. Everybody go follow Isle, please. She is an amazing streamer and deserves all your love. I didn't think of it at the time, but I do now. Survival thing. Yeah. That's why I don't like these games. Just reminded me everyone else is too damn good and I'm bad at games. No, it's not that. Even whatchamacallit, even like single player is hard as fuck. Early access nowadays on most games just crash and burns. Even back then. Hades was early access and that went stratospheric. Yeah, I mean it's good for a lot of games for sure. Hello, Cosmic Shade 1993. Hope you're well. Saw your title as gardening stream. Got excited as gardening is my new hobby. But you're talking games, so I'm gonna dip. Have a good one. I'll be talking gardening very, very soon. Don't worry. Listen, I've been gone for like a month. This person's probably not even in the chat anymore. I don't even know why I'm bothering explaining this. But if you have come into the stream expecting a gardening stream, I'm very sorry, but I've been gone from streaming for like a month. So I'm just sort of catching up with chat. Oh yeah, you're here. Okay, cool. No worries. Yeah. Listen. Do what you gotta do. I will be doing gardening stuff. Look, I'll prove it. Look at it. You can't even see it because of the green screen. Fuck me, I forgot about that. I fucking forgot about that. Hold up. I'm gonna have to... Wait. Okay. Look at that shit. What's that? What is that? What is it? Chat, that's a fucking onion. Could you believe onions are just like this? Anyway. Onion. It's a plant. I'll be talking about those later. I've got other plants over there as well that I'll be showing you as well. And we'll be doing some repotting on stream. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. That onion will feed you for a month. I hope so. I doubt it, though. Hey, Pat Potato. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you as well. I said it before you could type your guess. Oh. Onions are very stroppy with heat and repotting, etc. I found these ones to be fine. I haven't had any trouble with them at all. So that onion is not the onion that I showed the last time on stream. It's not. Right? It's not. Hang on. Turns off green screen and Muel's beard disappears too. That would be funny. Are you trying to say my beard's green? So this... I shouldn't be doing this now. Right. So this one's so interesting. This one is the onion that I showed you last time I showed off my plants. It's completely different. It's not grown as well. And I don't know why. It's also done this weird thing where, like, can you see there? Can you see there? I'll show you a bit closer. So, like, that appears to be some kind of, like, break in one of the stems, in one of the stems of the leaves. And I don't know why that is. It's like it's kind of pushed itself away from the... It's like curled around and pushed itself and broken it. You know what I mean? Oh. Hey. So anyway, talk more about that stuff in a bit. Muel, I finished Elden Ring. I beat everyone, all of them. 9 hours Millennia on one day. And then I beat it the next day in 25 minutes. Oh my god. Did you enjoy it, Franny? Did you like the game? Elden Ring is so good. So fucking good. Where I used to live, there's just wild onions everywhere. It's so cool to find food that isn't domesticated. Yes! There's a river not too far from where I live where there's loads of wild garlic and you can just get that and eat that shit. Make it into a pesto. Really, really nice. You can find wild onions growing in the street. Don't eat onions off the street. You can find wild onions growing in the street. No way. It's a different onion. Yeah, that's a different type of onion. Yeah. Look at that wiggly onion bab. Also, howdy lad. Glad to see you back. Appreciated you needed time away. Well, I didn't necessarily need time away because for 2 weeks I was sick. And I guess, yeah, I just had to be off. Well, I guess I did need time away. Yeah. It wasn't that I needed time away from the stream. in those 2 weeks. It was different. It was complicated. I explained it all earlier. Anyway, whatever. They're blacked out to protest changes, but Reddit Mighty Harvest is where you can post pictures of your onion. There's no way I'm going to be posting anything on Reddit ever again in my entire life, I don't think, Ashran, but I appreciate that. Break it off a little. I don't know enough about plants to say what it needs. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, I think it's for light. Yeah. Sometimes plants do weird stuff for light. You get wild onions everywhere, popping out of pavement sometimes. Wow. I love it. Therefore, I have my critical thoughts about ableism in the game. I played 465 hours on one character, and now I started a new one. Yeah, that rocks. Let's fucking go. That's cool as hell. What I'm getting from this is that the revolution will be fueled by onions. Well, you know, like, I talk a lot about food reclamation, food empowerment, don't I? And it only made sense to start growing veg. It just only made sense to start growing veg. I, get a fulfillment from it that I cannot tell you. It's the same, do you know what? The fulfillment that I get from cultivating vegetables, yeah, over these last couple of months, so I've just been, trying it out, yeah, is the same as the fulfillment that I get from actual activism. It's insane. It's like these things that have been taken away from us and commodified, and we're taught to not spend time helping others, get rid of your dead wood, move on from people who, ask for too much. But all those things that they tell us to not do, when you do them, it feels great, and it feels like, oh, this is actually why I'm here on this earth. Not to meaninglessly slave away at a job that I hate, that I have to get because someone once said, you have to use money now, otherwise I'll murder you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, holy fucking shit, man. That shit is true, it's real. Delved into gardening this first year. My parents have now banned me from buying more plants. I just sneak them in now. Yeah, fair enough. One thing I haven't grown yet is onions. I have spring onions growing though. Well, you'll want to stick around because I got some spring onions seedlings that I don't know if I'm doing right. That's so cool. I want to tell people about wild blueberries and stuff, but now a lot of people rake them because it's faster than picking to sell and end up killing the plant, and it makes you want to scream. It's so bad. It's like, why would you, it's like, that's the problem with capitalism, isn't it? It's like such a bastardization of the human experience. How good, our brains are actually evolved to feel good about picking things off a plant, spending hours doing that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to in any way justify slave labor on farms and shit like that and what they do to immigrants or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that that's okay. I'm saying in an ideal world, everybody would be harvesting their own plants or foraging their own wild plants and stuff like that. I actually watched a video on TikTok from this guy I was watching, and he was talking about Aboriginal Australians who were doing their own permaculture gardening, and they called it waru. W-A-R-U. And the white settler colonialists were so mad that they were doing this incredible farming, which was basically just it just looked like an overgrown wild sort of grove, basically, and they couldn't understand it. They were like, there's no order here, there's no tidiness, what's going on? And obviously they fucking genocided the entire peoples. But it's that shit worked because they were letting nature do the stuff, do the farming themselves, right? And that is permaculture. They had plants. Here's the thing that I had no fucking idea, but the onions that I've got here, yeah, the onion, if you grow onions in your whatever you've got, it keeps pests away. I had no fucking idea, but if you grow onions, that just keeps pests away from your other fucking crops. So I had these little thrips that were they weren't attacking it yet, they weren't laying eggs in it or anything like that, but they were hanging around my tomato plant in the other room, which is massive now, by the way. I'll show you in a bit. But they were hanging around that, and I started growing these onions, and they fucking disappeared. They fucking disappeared. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway. Onions and garlic. Yeah. Literally, onions and garlic are good starter plants. They have their own insecticide built in. Yes. Literally. It's like the stuff that makes you cry when you peel an onion. That's the thing that keeps pests away. And garlic as well. The thing, like, when you get garlic and you taste it and you're like, oh, it's spicy. It's like tangy, spicy, kind of bitter. Yeah, that keeps pests away. It's whatever's in it that does it. But it's really, really good for you. Not to mention cultivating yourself spares you from the carcinogens in pesticides. Yeah, that's right. Hey, look at this free thing that is wonderful, and you just see profit behind their eyes and screaming in indigenous. Right, yeah. Yeah, I feel you. 100% half a laptop. Yeah, so bad. Food you get at the store isn't for eating anyway. It's for wasting in TikTok videos. Yeah, it's true. I've had a holiday, but having either head office or my boss calling me dead weight. So yeah, get ready to yeet this place to the ground. Get rid of it, Johnny. Get rid of it. It's time. It's time. It's like how people freak out about sludge content when throughout all of history we're doing multiple things at once, like talking and watching clouds and fiddling with some grass, etc. Yeah, that's right. Wait, what is sludge content? What is that? If you get a ton of biodiversity, less of your plants get fucked by bad bugs. Yeah. Marigolds. Yeah, there's other ones as well. Most living things don't like onions, peppers, or garlic. Yeah, that's right. One neat trick to growing veg. Pests hate him. They do. I might be a pest. I'm not an onion fan. Might be why... Explains why vampires hate garlic. Oh, shit! That could be a whole thing, right? That could be a whole fucking thing. I should really start doing gardening. It sounds so good. It is really, really good. It is... I'm rapidly becoming a soft soil boy. Oh, like a Family Guy clip and a game and another thing all on the screen at once for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Yeah, sometimes that helps people with ADHD. It's like my videos. Like I used to have all the time in my videos just me like talking at the screen and like fast breakcore break beats by Jardy and Moon in the background. You know, just going crazy. And loads of people were saying like I find it easier to like watch your videos like because you got that content. Some people were like, that music is fucking terrible, bro. And it's like, well, get better taste, you know. Disappointed to hear sludge content is not literally about sludge. Me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's not like our attention spans are evolving. We've just always been like this. Yeah, it's true. It's true, it's true, it's true. Emmy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You've just reminded me that I've completely forgotten to speak to you about what is going on. And we should have a meeting at some stage, like we said we should. But obviously, you know, I've been off for various reasons. I've only just discovered the joys of breakcore. I've been missing out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it fucking rocks. New YouTube channel, Thought Sludge. Get it started, Awesomeo. Yeah, I want to see it. Okay, yeah, so we'll talk about, we'll crack into the gardening content, I guess. So it is time. We're gonna turn off the green screen. Boom, like that. There we go. And yeah, I'll show you the little bits that we're gonna do. So basically, what I got. Oh. Okay. So I got some new pots, and that is for. I'm wondering if this is like... Is this like a meaningless upsize? Like, it is smaller than that one, isn't it? I guess it's good to just like feed it better, right? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in a bigger one. It's fine. It's literally fine. And then I didn't show you these things before, right? But now I might have fucked this up, chat, because so what we have here is garlic. Don't mind the coloration of the water. I've not touched it in a while. Don't at me on this. But I might have fucked up because this is a paper clip. Now, is that bad to put that in your garlic? Will that like kill me or give me like... What paper clips made out of? What is it, like lead poisoning or something? It is an upgrade. With onions, you do want a bit of depth. Well, I got the big plants in their like massive pots. And should I just like put it in like a massive pot now? Yeah, I know toothpicks are preferable, but I didn't have any and I just wanted to do it. But look at the garlic's doing really well. Like that one bit at least, look, like it didn't even need any soil and it's grown a stem or whatever. For real, I didn't have a phone as a kid, just carried multiple pucks with me to ignore people with. That's right. I'd avoid using a paperclip, but I don't think it'll kill you. I think they're made of steel. Should be fine if you swap it. Well, I'm not going to swap it. I'm just going to plant it. Toothpicks are preferable. Just be careful when you harvest and you should be good. What do you mean be careful when I harvest? What should I be looking out for? If you grow ransoms, also known as bear garlic, the leaves are edible. You could keep harvesting it. Oh, yeah, you mean wild garlic, yeah. It should be fine as long as you pull it out before planting. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to plant it with it. No way. Yeah, no way. I'm planning on pulling it out. And look, so a really interesting thing. So I harvested some of my basil. I've shown you lot my basil plants. But I harvested some of my basil. Oh my god, it started growing roots. Oh, shit. Chat. I didn't know that this would be a thing. Hold up, let me influencer hand this. Look at the state of that. It started growing roots. Oh my god, I didn't actually think that was going to happen, but I harvested some of my garlic and I pulled this little bit off. And I thought, that's got so many leaves on it, right? Let me just try and hide and get that to focus. It's got so many leaves on it. I thought, there's no fucking way that won't survive, right? And it's grown roots. I didn't think it was growing roots, but it has, so I can literally fucking plant this. I can plant this in like a tiny little... What am I going to plant it in? I don't have anything to plant it in. But I got another onion. I got another onion starting here. I left this one in the water for like a long time. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But, bear with me, chat. I'm going to go ahead and get some soil. I'll be back in a tick. Oh, fuck me. Breaking everything. Oh, my God. Right. Got some more here for you. Yeah, okay, oh. Okay, I wish I had a better setup for this, but I don't. But this is my fucking tomato plant. Look at this shit, chat. Do you remember my tomato plant? It got fucking dench. The absolute state of that lad. Oh. So, yeah, I'm literally a plant dad. So that's my tomato plant. This is my jalapeno chili plant. I don't really know how it's going per se, but the leaves look pretty good. You know, stem's looking nice. It's getting a little barky at the bottom there. But I think it's time to replant this, you know? It looks like it's getting too big for its boots, you know? I think it's time to get him in a bigger one. And of course, we've got my capsicum pepper plant. Now, this has started flowering, chat. And I don't really know what that means. I've like asked like my mom about it, and she's like, oh, I don't know, I don't really grow veg. And I asked my stepmom, and she was like, oh yeah, we'll just leave it and it will just turn into peppers. And I don't think that's true though. I think I gotta like, do I gotta like pollinate it? Flowers mean fruit. Well, that's what I thought, but like the flowers seem to be like drying up and just dying. So, you know, I don't really know what to do about that. But let's start small and let's plant some of these bad boys and repot some of these bad boys. Right, so first one I'm going to do is this one. And then I'll do the other onion. Okay, cool. So let's put this... hang on a minute. What am I doing here? If I'm putting that out of there, then... Okay, so what I think I might do is I might replot the biggest ones first, and then I might just put the onions straight into the old ones, innit? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes plants try to flower and fruit before they can actually support the fruit. Okay, I'm with you. The flower will wilt away and then the bud will grow into peppers. Oh, cool. That rocks. Can't wait for the first bottles of Muel branded hot sauce. What I'm going to do, to be honest, what I can't wait for, yeah, what I can't wait for is I'm going to have my own homemade focaccia bread with basil, garlic, and tomatoes that I've grown in my own windowsill. I can't wait for that day. Very excited for that. Volvet Chess in the chat. What? Who's that? Who's that in your profile picture? Who is that? What is that? Oh, you're like a chess streamer. This guy's like a chess streamer. What is that? Your actual is that your actual face, bro? Is that actually just you? This guy's coming in my stream and being like, "Why communism? What made you dig into it? It is you, right? Why are you asking me that, bro? Why are you asking me that? Can you not see that I'm talking about my fucking plants? Why are you coming in here talking about that?" I'm just curious. Well, for a start, you're wrong, because I'm not just a communist. I'm an anarchist communist. So, there you go. Hello, this dungeon sub-boss. How you doing? Welcome in. You don't know shit about communism? Okay, fair enough. Well, I appreciate you being honest. I'm a little defensive because sometimes people just come in and want to talk shit, but I support various aspects of communism because capitalism is an inherently violent, disgusting way of bastardization of the human experience. Communism at least understands that the exploitation of workers and the existence of money itself is that a bastardization of the human experience, and aims to arm the working class with the knowledge and strength for unionization to prevent it. My phone's been on charge for like the last 20 minutes, and you're trying to understand how people become communist. Well, just like learning about wage theft and learning about how, you know, CEOs don't do any fucking work at all and just steal money from workers. It just fundamentally undermines everything that capitalism says. And as soon as I realized that there was no logic to it, I'm a very logical person, so that just kind of like destroyed it for me. So that's how I got into it. If you want to know, if you are being a good faith chatter, hello Odnon. Okay. Papatayo redeemed hydrate 3000. Thank you very much. Everybody go follow Odnon. He's a great streamer as well. Fantastic. Sovereignty, human life over profit, etc. Welcome. Russia. I'm from Russia. Where are you from? Why does that matter? Why are we asking people where they're from? Have you been outside and seen the state of the world? Yeah. Right, okay, so I am going to repot these bigger plants. I am actually going to repot these bigger plants. Right, okay. I learned my boss's boss paid less in taxes than me, and the communism was born in my heart. It's true. Look at the size of these fucking buckets, chat. Massive, absolutely massive, lads. Now, the thing is that I feel like, you know, I feel like these kinds of buckets would be like, I don't know, maybe they'd be better for, you know? Maybe they'd be better for the onions because they're deeper, get a bigger yield. I don't know, but I could always just get bigger buckets later on. Why does Twitch keep coming up with this returning chatter? I was interested from what culture Volvet chess is from because that has an impact on how we see things. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think that having a prejudiced attitude to where someone is from impacting how they see things is fundamentally harmful, actually. I'd learned I'd been a communist for years, but I had a false idea about what communism is. Right, yeah. Capitalism. Oh, sex work historian. Hello, welcome to the stream. Capitalism is also inherently colonialist. It's anti-queer, it's anti-indigenous, it's anti-sex workers. It's literally anti-everybody, yep. Hate to say it, but you need more plants for those buckets. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm starting to realize this. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm like looking at this shit and I'm like, chat, I'm fucking overwhelmed. I can't believe it. Right, okay, it's happening. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All right, we're doing it. All right, we're gonna do the, what is this, pepper? We're gonna do the pepper first. We're gonna be the pepper first, right? Be that as may, I'm still embarrassed to say I'm from Florida. Yeah. People have different cultures, so people think different. Right, listen, you're all fucking wrong about this. I can't believe people are actually, well, I can believe that Volvet Chess is saying this in my chat. But I can't believe that some people are saying this in my fucking chat. Right. So you're telling me that... So I live in the UK. Right? I live in the UK. Yeah? And it made me think that, you know, growing up here, I had all these ideas about what the UK was and shit like that, right? But I always fundamentally knew that there was something wrong with it, right? Shit, I just dropped the... Oh, no. Oh, I'm getting fucking soil everywhere, chat. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can't talk about this shit while I'm repotting plants. Shut the fuck up. Right, okay. Come on. Right, cool. Okay. Need some more fucking soil in there. Right. Kind of halfway done. I've got my soil, I've got my compost bag just off stream here, chat. Okay. Right. Let's get that. And hopefully not get soil everywhere. I'm still getting soil everywhere. I don't know why I chose to do this in my fucking streaming room, man. I know the roots are looking really good and healthy. I'm really happy about this, yeah. Look, the long and short of it is, yeah? The long and short of it is... I think it's rude to ask where people are from and to make a judgment on what you think they might think based on where they're from. I think that's rude and I think it's harmful. And I know that you might have grown up behind the Iron Curtain, like you said, or in front of the Iron Curtain, or whatever you said. You know, I live in a fucking inherently imperialist, colonialist country that is extremely racist, transphobic, queerphobic, and all that. And I'm none of that. So I don't think any of that. I don't think any of that fucking matters. You know what I mean? I think it's rude. If you put it that way, you're right. Yeah, I know I'm right. I fucking know I'm right. I've been doing this stuff for years, man. Sorry, I could hold my hands up and say I'm wrong when I'm wrong about something, but I know I'm fucking right about that. There's much else that has an effect. Listen, borders are made up, right? Borders are made up. And yes, there is a certain amount of propaganda and influence that a country's government or media will give the people in that country. But the one thing that affects everybody, especially under capitalism, is the material conditions of the working class, right? And the not just that, but the discrimination, the prejudice, the oppression of people who are marginalized, yeah? That stuff is universal. It's universal, innit? And when we know that, then the question of where are you from loses even more meaning, doesn't it? Because we know that wherever they're from, they will experience those things, especially if they live in an imperialist, country. Capitalist country. And they may even still experience a lot of those things, even if they're in a so-called socialist country. Oh, chat, the fucking... Oh, chat, the pepper plant. Chat, the pepper plant. Oh, no, it's like leaning. Oh, dude. Why does this happen? Oh, chat, it's fucked. Chat, it's fucked. Chat, what am I going to do? How do I save this plant? Do I just, like, pack it in with soil around the fucking base or something? How do I do this? I've never done this before. Oh, that kind of works. That kind of works. It's kind of worked. It's kind of worked. Whew. Finger of dirt around the stem. Yeah, that's worked. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, I fucking shat myself just then. Oh, it's happening again. A stick. I don't have any sticks. Now, I've got water. It helps promote more root growth to bury the stem a bit. Okay. Where am I just going to get a stick and a string from? Nobody told me about this. Right. Okay. 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 All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let me just get that out. All right. Look at that. He's in his new house. Delightful. Stop. Stop. Okay, I don't have any fucking trays for this. God, that was stressful. Right, okay. I don't even want to fucking replant. Have you got leftover plastic cutlery and bread ties? Where am I getting plastic cutlery from? No, I don't have that. Add more soil. It seems to be okay now. I'm just gonna dump a bunch of water in there. Oh, it's slowly falling over. Why did everyone tell me to do that? That's terrible. Terrible advice. Terrible, terrible, terrible advice. I think it needs more soil. In my experience, that question has been a microaggression, and I'm in Canada, so it's often been levied against a lot of racialized folks. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking about that question. It's extremely rude. For that reason. Yeah, it's alright, Franny. I'm not like... You're not like... You're not going to prison. Don't worry about it. I do. I had a tray. I did have a tray. I've got a tray now. I'm using like an old sweet tin that I had some stuff in. But none of that stuff is in there anymore. It's fine. It's good now. It's standing up on its own now. It's fine. I think. All right, cool. We don't do passive aggressiveness in Germany. We do blunt. Yeah. Even if you were being passive aggressive, you know, I'm not gonna. You're not getting cancelled. Don't worry. I'm not doing a 20 tweet thread on why Franny is problematic. It's all good. You did it. We knew you could. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right. That's not big enough. None of these trays are big. I don't have a tray big enough for any of this stuff. Oh, fucking hell. Failed at the first hurdle. Right, well, maybe I just can't. Wait. Please. Will this work? Chat, will... Right, this is going to sound like a really stupid question, but will a paper plate work? Will it just, like, seep through? Because it looks like it'll fit perfectly. It will. Maybe a paper plate with like a plastic bag underneath it or something, I don't know. Excuse me? I do have a plastic bag, yeah. Double stack the plates. I think a plastic bag is definitely a good idea. Always when repotting, make sure to pack around the stems to prevent flopping, yeah. I'm learning. It's a learning stream. It's a learning stream. Plate might be a wee bit small. I was thinking that. It does fit like quite well, but it's a bit small, right? Okay. Right, let me go get a placky bag. Oh! Nearly fell over. Right, so... got like a spa bag here. So... what, just like put it in the bag? Actually inside the bag? If Catlet has taught me anything, it's to double bag. Well, maybe I should do that, yeah. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll put it in this. That's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Right. Gardeners in the chat. Is it worth me repotting the jalapeno pepper? Because, like... I mean, it looks like it needs more soil in it anyway, because I think this has also suffered a little bit from, like... Muel not knowing how to repot properly, because look at that, all this, the roots are out and everything. I need to like cover those roots, I think. They're like desperately holding on. Fold or roll the sides down. Okay, hang on, let me put a pot in it. Let me put a pot in it first, and then I'll do that. Alright. Okay. Fold or roll the sides down. Down inwards. Look at that. This really makes me want to get out into the garden. You should be planting as much food as you can. It feels very, very good to do so. Right, so what? Like this. Kind of like that, basically. Like, yeah. Yeah? As long as the roots aren't emerging from the holes in the bottom, it's fine for now. Yeah, I don't think it needs repotting. I think it's fine. But like... oh yeah, this motherfucker needs repotting. This motherfucker needs repotting right now. Okay, alright, it's time. Oh! It's time. Oh, I just spilled fucking gross onion water all over my keyboard. Piss! Piss and shit. Right, okay. Right, let's get loads of soil in here. Oh, fuck me. I'm getting soil everywhere. It's a good job I'm cleaning up soon. Alright. Started this year. Last year, started with some tomatoes, zucchini, and peppers. They were tasty. We're expanding. Hell yeah, dude. That's what it's all about. I can't believe I've nearly used this. Like, this is like a 5 kilo or like 10 kilo bag of compost I got from Wilco. I can't believe I've nearly used all of it. And a lot of it's like kind of dried out and shit. It's like a whole heck of a lot of shit, you know? I really hadn't thought how much I needed a stream like this. Yeah, it's important, you know? Planting crops and shit like that. Yeah. You always need more soil than you think. You really do. Yeah, you really do. Free him. I gotta free him. Do one at a time. Wait, what? Am I doing more than one at a time? Is that how bad my ADHD's got? I didn't even know I was doing more than one at a time. I'm doing like 8 things at once right now without even realizing it. I mean, possibly. You need a camera on a potting station if you want to plant on stream. Yeah, well, listen, look, it's not something I'm going to be doing regularly. For now. So, relax. I'll get it sorted. At some stage. Right. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, okay. I think that's enough. Alright, let's repot this baby. Right, and nice pinch at the stem. Give her a little shake. Oh, Nelly. Oh, I've taken apart some roots there. Oh, that's no good. That's not ideal. Well, let's put that rest of that soil in there somehow. Come on, get out of there. Bunch of roots still in there and shit. Let's make you want to do some seed starting on stream this week. Yeah, you should. Why the hell not? Why the hell fucking not? I don't think I've got enough soil for this one, chat. I really don't think I got enough soil for this. We'll see. Thanks so much for being here, Franny. Take it easy. Right, okay. I think I might just have enough for this, but that means that I don't have enough soil for the rest of them. I'm still learning. I've only started this year, but so far I have radishes, carrots, beetroot, lettuce, spring onions, 3 types of chili, tomatoes, courgettes, grapes, strawberries, bell peppers, apple trees, chives, oregano, sage. I'm probably forgetting a few. That fucking rocks. You got a real vegetable garden there. The peppers look alright, but that onion is giving me bad vibes. I think it's a plant. I don't understand the joke. What's the joke there? There's obviously a joke happening there that I don't get. Right. Just gonna let that lean that way. Hopefully it'll be fine. And then try and like tip the rest of the compost in. Okay, well the hole is there, so... Yeah, get out. Get all out of there. That's what I want. That's what I need. Get it all out. Get you all out of there. Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's good. There's enough. There's definitely enough for this. But definitely not enough for the rest of them. Oh, fucking hell. Well, that's one bag of compost down. First bag of compost I've ever used. So there you go, chat. A milestone. I love how the camera's just focused on the fucking plant. It's just like, yeah. The real stars of the show. It's true though, you know? It's true. This one is real tough in terms of getting it to stay up straight. Oh god. Oh god, dude, come on. Alright. Yeah, really needs a lot more soil in there, I think. Whew! Alright, cool. Well, I've repotted 2 plants. Oh my god. It's fucking falling over again. Dude, go about that way. Oh! Oh man. It really is not staying up the way I want it to. Oh man. Oh! Okay, well, that's the end of the the repotting stream. I might have completely killed. Tomatoes need a stick and some string? That's true. That's true, they do need that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. Get yourself some sticks to use as stakes, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna need that shit. For sure, for sure, for sure. You say you're gay, yet you demand your plants are straight. Curious, I'm very smart. It's true, I'm a liar. I'm actually bisexual, so there you go. That's how you That's how you know. I really want to... I've just seen this come up. I've just seen this come up on my... Oh, it's different. It's different. It's different. I thought someone was going to post on my YouTube video about, like, the queer community being, like, a communist plot or something. And I was going to be like, yeah, that's right. This is such a child stream idea. What are you trying to say? Or is it that you made a mistake in typing? That's the real question we need to think about. Right. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
For more compost and garden steaks.
Awesome, Grebe! Thank you so much for the £20. That probably will go towards some compost and garden steaks. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Thank you for supporting the stream. Whoa! Just Johnny!
OMM nom nom in a plant. I need some compost.
Johnny, thank you so much for the £10. That'll probably go towards some food alongside the shop that I do with getting some compost tomorrow. Right, let me just clean up a little tiny bit, chat. Put that away, and then put this away, and then put them in there. Yeah. Okay, well, I know what I gotta do to, like, replant most of these, so I'll just do that another time. Put all those back in a bit. Give them a bit more fresh water. Okay. And then I gotta, oh man, oh dude. Oh, I'm having a bad time. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Domestic god time. Like, I do feel that. I feel like a lot like a domestic god nowadays. Because, like, you know, I grow my own veg. I bake my own bread. I bake my own cookies and brownies and shit, you know? I do so much. Like, gardening, housework, shit like that. I do all of that shit. And I'm quite good at it, you know? I feel great. It's fulfilling. It feels good. This is shit that, like, needs to be done, you know? Cleaning, though, I fucking hate that. That shit sucks. Okay. Right. That's that. Your fun's over. Oh, shit. I gotta go. Have a fun rest of the stream. Discrata, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Hope you're doing great. Take care. Oh, man. I gotta... Oh, hang on. It's the garlic water, chat. It's the garlic water all over my desk. My desk is gonna stink of garlic now. Okay, alright, all cleaned up. Great news. Great news for me. Great news for you. Great news for everybody, really. Alright. Cool. He's back. He's back. For small plants, bamboo skewers work just fine. I don't have any of those. Oh, hell yeah. Cleaning I can do. It's the tidying bit before that I hate. Yeah, you see, that's the difference, because I like tidying. Tidying is fine, but cleaning, oh boy, I hate that so bad. That shit sucks. Yeah, what are you people keeping in your homes? Like, what is this? What is that? Better than trying to make garlic water by boiling garlic in a pan. Wait, what? What do you want about? Bamboo sticks, garden string are your friends when growing veg. Yeah, well, I gotta just go and get that stuff. Obviously, I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff. Excuse me. What did I miss in the chat? Loads of stuff. Compost virginity gone. I'm about 30 bags deep this year. Holy shit, let's go. It's a plant like a CIA plant. Oh, right, okay. All I did was kill a basil plant when I was learning. Yeah, but Mr. Dank, did you kill a basil plant because you kept it exactly the same way that it was when you had it from the store? Because they're designed to die like that. Anyway, listen. Chat, we did some actual gardening on stream. And now we're going to watch some gardening content. If you can believe that. We're going to watch this guy. This guy's called Gardening at 58 North. He's got some pretty good videos. I'll drop a link to him in the chat. You know, go show him some love. Go show him some love. Basil is really difficult to grow. I've not found that. I've got like 4 basil plants in there that are doing really well. I've just not shown you them because I've got too many plants. I can't be showing everyone all my fucking plants, basically. But yeah, they seem to be doing real good. They seem to be doing real good. Whoa! Shut up! Okay. We're gonna watch this video. Just give me a second because Firefox has shat itself once again. A very normal way for a browser to work. Repotted it, watered it, gave it sunlight and everything. Oh damn, really? No way. I plant outside, slugs like my plants. I heard garlic water helps prevent them eating your veg, so I decided to make some in the kitchen. My stepdad thought cod was coming to life as it was like a tear gas canister going off. Oh shit, no way. Yeah, bear traps actually work. Yeah, if you pour a bit of beer in like a little thing, they basically go in there and drown. But I don't know how like ethical that is. My stepmom uses eggshells all around them because apparently they don't like to travel across eggshells. That'd be great if my dog didn't prefer it more. Oh yeah, for real. Well, some bear traps you get have like a little thing on the top so your dog can't get in. Right, so this video is about this guy growing a banana plant, which is really fucking interesting because I learned that this guy lives in fucking Scotland. And, you know, it's not exactly tropical, is it? You know what I mean? That makes sense. It would be like walking on glass. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it works. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask her about it, so.
Gardening at 58 North. So in this video I'm going to be waking up my hardy banana plants here. So please excuse the mess in the background. Basically I'm building a studio shed to help with my filming. At the moment it's only half complete, so that's why the whole garden looks like an absolute mess. But what I'm focusing on this video is the tropical bed here, which has the hardy bananas. Now these bananas are root hardy, so if they're well mulched they can handle quite hard frosts, but the problem is the stems themselves can only handle about -1, -2, We sometimes get -15 here. So what I've done last winter is
yeah, Scotland, he's got bananas.
To try and protect them, and we did actually have -6 last winter, so it wasn't too bad, but I think that protection was definitely needed. Now I did already uncover one just as an experiment to see how it would do. Hasn't really put on any.
So that's interesting. You'd probably be fine to grow these a bit further south if you're in like the UK. You could probably grow these in like London without worrying about that stuff. Sadistic Kitten, thank you so much for the 7 months. How you doing? Welcome in. Everybody go follow Sadistic Kitten. Can I get a shout out for please, Shafiq?
Growth, you can see it's kind of sitting there. To be honest, it's been quite cold until quite recently, so I think the ground is cold. And one of the problems with insulating with an extra thick
I am all the better for seeing you. How are you?
It also stops the warmth getting in springtime. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to uncover all these plants, and then I'm going to get some water from my hot water tap. I'll keep it around 40 degrees. I don't want to burn the plants, but it needs to be really warm. I'll then water each plant, probably a whole watering can, which for my watering can is about 6 litres, so I might do 1.5 for each one. Just want to get lots of water.
You're going to do a workout? What, you're working out?
And that way that they'll start coming into growth a bit faster. Now, I've actually been trying to keep the ground cold for now, because the problem is if they start growing too early...
You're in South Yorkshire. It's intriguing you could grow banana plants up in Scotland. Yeah, I reckon you could do it in Yorkshire for sure, because I'm in Manchester, so maybe we could both do it. I don't know. You can do chest, arms, abs. Nice. That sounds like a good fucking combo. I hope you have a fantastic workout.
Here, or they start growing up and they have new leaves that are fresh in May and April time, and then the leaves will get killed by the frost. It's the 2nd of May today, but we actually had a hard -2 frost last week, so we can certainly still get frost. But looking forward, this week looks quite warm. The long-term outlook doesn't look too bad either, and if we get a very light frost, I'll lose 1 leaf on each plant.
Whoa! Heard about a British gardener who has a watermelon in the hot compost over the winter and got whole watermelons in the middle of January. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is absolute madness. That's crazy. I need to know. I mean, I get. Yeah, well, you just have to get like a hot compost. I don't have a hot compost. I couldn't have a hot compost bin in the fucking garden in the flat. That would just be the worst thing ever.
Not a big issue.
I think the only thing that I could do is get like a grow tent, but then like I might get the cops knocking on. Well, no, they shouldn't, right? Because it's not going to sting a weed because I'm not growing weed in it, right? A cloche can do a lot of the stuff that... What's that, a cloche? What is that, cloche? I don't know what that is. The decomposition was warm enough to keep it alive. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I'm actually going to uncover them now. It's a bit of a risk, but the thing is, if I leave it until June, when the risk of frost is gone, that's a whole month of good growth that I could have missed on. Because although May can be quite cold, we can often get frost. The daytime temperatures are normally decent, around about 12 to 15 degrees. And with these kind of bananas, because they're not tropical bananas, they should be able to grow in those cooler conditions. So I've got 2 different types of bananas here. Basically, there's 4 sequences, which is these towers here and this one here. And I'll put some photos up of what they looked like last summer. They did look really nice. These are just the plain green ones without the striping. But I have got one.
Oh, a cloche is like a mini greenhouse for one plant. Well, you could just get a tent for that, right? You could just get a grow tent, get like a heat mat, and some lights or whatever. I'm sure that would be fine. That would probably be really good for the basil, actually, right? Because basil is like it's not subtropical. It's like S. Thank you so much for the £7.99, whoever you are. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. I appreciate you. That's probably going to go on a metro ticket so I could go and see my mum. So thank you for that. Really appreciate that.
My parents' garden, which they didn't protect apart from mulch on the ground, because they
got to tell the rest of your name, Sadistic Kitten. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Thank you for supporting the stream. I really, really appreciate you. Not only are you subbing on Twitch, but also off Twitch as well. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
-3 winters, and that's actually resprouting already and looking quite good. And then the other one here,
just ADHD things.
Banana, the one that most people think of as a hardy banana plant. This one, I just kind of covered it with dead sticks from, I think this was from Jerusalem artichokes, and it was mounded up about this high, but over winter it's rotted down and the wind has moved it. So it's kind of exposed it now, but you can see this is just starting to grow. Also down the bottom, the little pups.
Oh, so he had like a banana plant that fucked up in the cold, and he's like put a bunch of stuff over it. Yeah, Mediterranean. It's like a Mediterranean herb in it. Yeah, yeah.
We're starting to come out as they're starting to sprout as well. So this looks like it survived no problem. And I've had a peek of some of the other ones. This one actually looks like it's starting to grow quite a lot and it's pushing against the top. This one I can't see inside because I've sealed it up so tight. And that one over there I can peek inside, but there's not any obvious signs of growth. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to uncover them and have a look at them and see how they're doing. But before I uncover the hardy bananas, I'd like to give you a quick update on my Insetti ventricosum bananas. So these are.
So he's got like various different bananas growing in Scotland, by the way, chat. In Scotland.
And they don't mind growing cold temperatures because they're from mountainous areas of Ethiopia. So these can grow at temperatures quite low. But
that's cool as shit.
Don't like any frost. And these really aren't as hardy as the other plants. They don't have that underground tuber like the other ones do. And with these ones, it's all in the stem. Now there is a bit of a corm at the bottom. Now these aren't technically bananas, they're more known as false bananas. They're not in the Musa genus, they're in the Insetti genus. So they are a little bit different, they don't have pups or anything like that. But these grow much bigger, much larger plants. And they are actually better suited to my climate because they can handle the cold growing conditions. They don't need the hot summer. But these, as I say, do need protection over winter. So what I did with these last year is I planted them out in spring as seedlings. They grew absolutely huge by autumn, and come November time they were massive plants. I then had to cut them back and dry store them, and the way you do that is you cut off the leaves, cut off the roots.
Yeah, grow some in Canada.
Part of the stem. Now the main part of the stem is full of water, so
it's good to have multiple cultivars if you're doing a bit of science on pushing your grow limits like this fella seems to be doing. Yeah, he's got obviously like a couple of different types.
It doesn't technically dry out completely, but you want to keep it in dry conditions so it doesn't rot. And then a couple of months ago, I then potted these up and brought them into growth. The first leaves that come out, they've either been cut off because they were cut in half when I cut them back in autumn, or they kind of come out as stunted like this, a bit narrow and small. But now the roots are established on these, and I have checked they've got a good root system starting to develop. This should start putting out some larger leaves. I'm going to start acclimatizing this to the outside now.
He's just got those in pots, by the way. Is he actually get bananas? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure.
This week is probably a perfect week for it. If you can have a really cloudy week, you can acclimatize your plants without hardening them off too much. So these have been in a really sunny location in my conservatory.
Have the heat here for it, maybe, yeah?
Conservatory, there's a bit of UV filtering through the polycarbonate plastic that makes up the roof. So these aren't fully acclimatized to UV yet, but we're going to have a really cloudy week this week with mild temperatures. So this is the perfect week for them to harden off.
Plants are so interesting because it's like you learn like the basic stuff about them, like they need... Oh, I got fucking soil all over my fingers still, chat. Look at that. Hold up, can you see? I don't know if you can see, but I got fucking soil all over my hands. It's you learn like all the bit. Okay, so they need water, they need sunlight, and they need good soil, right? But then you don't learn about things really like pests, or sometimes if they get too much sunlight, if you've been growing them inside, they can burn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that shit. My mum was like, "Oh, you should give your plants a spray with it. Have you got a spray bottle?" And I have, and I was like, "Oh, all right, yeah, I'll do that." And she said, "Wait, is it sunny where you are?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty sunny. Why?" And she goes, "Don't do it. Only do it when it's an overcast day." And I'm like, "Why?" And she says, "Because they'll burn in the sun." I'm like, what the fuck? Plants set up. But then of course they do. Of course they do. Madness. Absolute madness. It's clever to keep them in pots so you can bring them inside for the worst of winter. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Have a really hot sunny day. That
lens effect, yeah.
I will take
the water droplet, right, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
But generally, I'm just going to keep these outside now, and they should harden off naturally, just with it being such a cloudy grey week. As you can see,
best to water in the morning and the evening, and not in the afternoon, right.
Cloudy.
Missed them after sunset, yeah.
Hardening off plants like this. So
that's crazy, yeah. The water drops on the leaves like magnifier lenses, yeah.
With aphids, but that's not a huge problem. These aphids, they will get killed by beneficial insects like ladybirds and hoverflies, and if they don't,
that is another thing that is like cool about outdoor gardening, is that like if you get like an infestation, you could just like buy ladybirds. Did you know this, chat? You can just buy ladybirds on the internet. I don't know who's selling ladybirds. You can probably just find a ladybird out in nature, probably in the woods or something, right? You could probably just find one. But you could just get, if you can't find them, you could just buy a ladybird. If you go to like ladybirds for sale, right? I don't know how ethical this is, by the way, but you could buy 50 adult ladybirds for £27.98. And they will just eat all the aphids. They will fucking destroy. They will destroy all of the aphids on your plants. No problem. Even the thrips and shit like that. Like, they love it. Hold up. I wonder if we can get like a video. Get all kind of insect helpers. Yep. These bastards, they don't give a fuck. They're just like... I think like they have a name that's like the lion of the plant world or something. What is this music? What is this music? YouTube is an unhinged place. A lawless land with no rules. Here is the office, see all the workers. What are you on about? What is this? What are these subtitles? Here are the interns. What does that mean, dude? What is he on about? Here is a training class. What? What is that? Some places you could get praying mantises for bigger insect pests. What? That's crazy. Oh, is that like ladybird larva? Oh my god, they are getting fucking scranned. They just straight up eat those things alive. They have like no defense against them at all. That's crazy. Like, none of them are even doing anything about it. They're just literally just like, yeah, whatever, man, no probs. I guess I'm next to get eaten. No problem. The Jasmine just got scranned immediately. Absolutely immediately, man. Oh my god. What an absolutely horrific thing to be an insect. Can you imagine? One day you're just like chilling, sucking on some plant, and this thing comes up and eats you from the ass up. Just, that is so extremely violent. Okay, I'm sorry, I should have put like a content warning for like bugs and shit on there. But anyway, you know what I'm on about. You know what I'm saying. I prefer interplanting flowers and cover shrubs so you get wasps and birds coming in naturally to predate your caterpillar pests. Yeah. Right. That would be good. Yeah, eating them but first, but not in the good way. Not in the way that you want. We had a huge surge in ladybugs here a few years ago because there was an outbreak of aphids and the bugs absolutely went to town on them. Yeah, they do. They do. It's crazy. It makes you wonder how, like, aphids survive with that many
wash them off the plants. So I'm expecting
ladybugs getting about, scranning them all.
Now, I'll uncover the bananas and I'll see how many have survived the winter. I'm hoping for a 100% success rate because it was only -6 last winter, and I have also insulated them with about almost a foot of mulch.
Not in the millennial way.
The towers as well. So that's the bananas now uncovered.
What do you mean in the millennial way? Are you saying that millennials are the first people to eat ass ever?
The bed's already starting to look a little bit nicer instead of having those big insulation towers. Still doesn't look like much though because of the time of year. There's a lot of tropicals in this bed. I'll show you.
Aphids survive through numbers. Yeah, they reproduce like champs. Yeah.
Come up, basically.
The juvenile ladybirds actually eat way more aphids than the adults. Yeah, I bet they do.
You can come and have
because they got to grow, innit?
When everything's up, then it's going to look really lush again.
Can you get baby ones? Can you get baby ones off the internet?
Looking at the bananas, they're looking not too bad. They don't look great. This one has started growing. You can see this new growth has pushed out here. This one feels quite firm. It's quite a thin stem. Now these are all seed grown Musa sequences bananas.
Ladybird larva, yeah, you could get them for 22 quid.
So for example, that one down there is more of a dwarf one, and it's kind of got this kind of smaller, thicker stem. The one
there you go.
Garden is similar to that. These other ones are a little bit taller, and the leaves do look a bit different as well. So there's a bit of variation in the genetics, which is also good because it probably means they're going to grow slightly differently and be slightly different hardiness levels when it comes to winter. So this one seems to be the one that grows the fastest in spring.
70s gay porno was taught me eating ass is tradition. You're telling me, right? Here's the thing about eating ass, right? People always think about this shit like, where did this shit come from, right? Where did this shit come from? And it's like, I reckon that shit, because how did anyone figure out it was good? How did anyone ever go, right, where the shit comes from? I reckon it feels really good to get licked up in there, right? Where did anyone think of that? I think it's genuinely like some kind of like when we were primates and we would like lick each other's ass to like clean the shit off it or something. You know, to like stop people getting infections on their assholes and stuff. It's got to be something like that, right? It's got to be something like that. It can't be one day someone was just like, I bet it feels really nice to get licked up in my ass. It's just something that we've done since we were animals and since before. It's a tradition way longer than 70s porno. Way longer than that. Way longer than any of that. Yeah, baby ladybirds look nothing like that. Yeah, they look terrifying, actually. Yeah, they look terrifying. All right, see you later, Cosmic Shade. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your advice as well. It's really helpful, yeah. Hello, Shuggy Senpai. That's right. Here's the thing about eating ass. Here's the thing about eating ass. I think humans are just bored little freaks sometimes. We make discoveries. Well, yeah, we're the species that was like, you know what we should do? We should like get cows, right, and forcibly impregnate them. It's fucked up what we do to cows, by the way, to get milk. It's so fucked up. Forcibly impregnate them and then attach machines to them and extract milk, you know? Mental. Absolutely mental. We also like followed cows and ate their shit, and then in eating their shit discovered psychedelic mushrooms growing in the shit. And then, you know, religion happened. Not related. I don't know if it was related, but you know what I mean.
First to start to grow. Now that's a bit unusual because this is the shadiest spot. The further you go that way in the bed, the sunnier it is. So this is probably showing that it's genetics and not position that's made this one grow faster, or at least come out of dormancy quicker. It's also quite a tall slab.
Hey Midlife Marxist, how you doing?
Pretty bad, but it is firm, so I'm quite happy with that one. As you can see inside the box...
talking about bananas instead of ass. None of the plants he's grown will produce bananas like you get in a shop. All those are clones on a particular cultivar. So he won't get bananas from any of these.
I did also fill it with mulch in case we had it really cold and it was killed down to this level. It would stop the frost penetrating into the root level.
Oh, so that's what mulch is for.
A little bit of rot on the surface, but further down, if you see, if I scrape back this soft mushy layer, we've got some nice solid healthy growth underneath. So this one's looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with this. What I'm going to do with all of these, I'm going to rake this mulch down into the rest of the bed because it's really thick around the base. I don't want to damage the actual trunk too much, but this one's looking all right, and hopefully that will come into growth once I start to warm up the soil a bit more. Also, with removing some of the mulch, it gets rid of some of that insulation that will let the soil warm up a little bit faster, in conjunction with adding the whole...
He'll get bananas that might just have giant seeds or be inedible raw. Oh, what? So like plantains. Me and my partner went out for her sister's birthday this weekend, and we went to a Thai place, and they did this dessert that was like banana in coconut milk, and that shit fucks so hard. It was really nice. Living that shroom life as far from the sun as possible. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot out here. It's hot. He said I'll get false bananas, so a relative of modern bananas. Yeah. Mulch has several uses: water retention, insulation, weed suppression. I'm with you. A bunch of human progress literally boils down to let's find out what happens when we do X. The thing that I think about quite a lot, quite regularly, is when people were like trying different mushrooms. How did they figure out which ones were poisonous? Did they just be like, I've eaten this mushroom, now I am going to die? And then they were like, yes, this mushroom is poisonous. It's very much not hot here. Oh yeah, you're fucking down under, aren't you? Yeah, sorry, no. No, it's warm as fuck over here. It's the opposite. It's so, I got a fan on and everything. It's so hot. So unbelievably hot. I got a new tank top coming in the post. So I'm excited for that.
Water. So this one here, this one doesn't look as good. You can see the top here's gone all mushy, so that's dead. But the actual main stem feels pretty good. The outer layer again has been killed by the frost, but the inner layer has survived. That's one of the things with these. Someone ate a
mushroom, died or got sick, and everyone else took notice. Yeah.
But what it is they have so many layers that are full of water on the outside. It's almost like a sacrificial layer. That gets killed by the frost and gets killed. But inside, the actual important growing point is protected. So if I pull this back, You can see there's a lot of fluid, but we've actually got some firmer material in there. So this leaf is dead as well, but further down, I think that should be okay. This is one of the worst out of the lot, but it definitely feels firmer inside. So this should hopefully be okay as well. Check further down, again very soft, but then after one layer of leaf, it's solid, undamaged material. A little bit of damage on the left there, but generally healthy. So that should come through okay with most of the stem intact. As this dries out now that it's in the open, I should find that this stiffens up. And this kind of soft, dead material.
He's focusing on the plants in the background. It's really annoying me.
And add a bit of protection.
Focus the camera. Focus the camera. Put it on autofocus.
Again, it looks really bad, but it's actually firm even at the top. So if I peel this back, I suspect that there will be a healthy growing point in there somewhere. So looking down, you can see there we are. You can see how far the frost has gone.
Ah.
We've got a healthy leaf at that point there, so this top half is dead, but we've got some healthier growth down there.
Nice.
Looking down here, this is one that's particularly deep with the mulch. You can actually see a lot of the mycorrhizal fungi down there. I did scatter this whole bed with mycorrhizal fungi, so that will be helpful.
What's that? What's that? Chat. Plant chatters. What's that? Mycorrhizal fungi. What is that? That's cold damage, but they'll come back? Hell yeah. Hey, Death and a Lovely Italian. How you doing? Welcome in. The plant the bananas descend from was a hybrid of two others. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I know about that bit of like history. Yeah. Like original bananas, we don't even know what they look like or whatever. Yeah, because they made them extinct or something because rainforest destruction. But plantains are like similar to bananas, I think. I don't know. Similar to old wild bananas.
Organic content and links in with the roots. Now this one here.
Oh, it just said it. It helps break down organic content and links in with the roots. Yeah, that's really cool.
Is one of the ones that started to put up some little pups. You can see one down here. Fortunately, most of that pup seems to have gone to mush, but I'm hoping further down.
Is he saying pop?
Right, and that should come up. There is a little bit of kind of bright green right in the middle.
Or is he trying to say polyps?
Of the pup there, so hopefully that.
No, he's just saying pup.
Okay. You can just see at that point. So this one's not too bad. It's really solid stem, actually more solid than the rest. So out of them all, this one is probably the one that has survived winter the best with the least amount of damage. And this one over here is the one that I'd uncovered previously. The other ones will look like this soon, where the outer layers dry.
Someone tried to say God exists and created us because of the size and shape of bananas. Got properly roasted. Whoa. Is that true? Baby bananas are called pups? No way, that's cool.
Up, and it becomes a little bit more stable. But this one feels good, nice and solid. It has pushed out a little bit of growth at the top. The top growth is actually dead, but further down it's alive, and the alive stuff is pushing out the top. So
I think I remember that. What is that about?
This should shoot
What is this banana history?
Coming over to the Musa Bazoo, the most.
It's a pup because it's a baby plant you can grow separately. That's fucking crazy.
Pups. The pups are actually looking pretty good.
Same for succulents.
Green coming through. Same with that there. So it definitely does seem to be hardier than the Sequamensis.
I've got succulents, but they got too leggy. I've got succulents, but they get way too leggy because there's not enough sun in my apartment. It's really sad. There's enough sun for like vegetable plants apparently. Well, we've learned here on the stream, but yeah. I remember that something about being the right shape to hold and how it peels easy. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's so extremely fucking ridiculous. Is this the video? Atheist Nightmare. Why is this video called Atheist Nightmare?
Behold the atheist's nightmare. Now if you study a well-made banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 ridges. On the close side, 2 ridges. If you get your hand ready to grip a banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 grooves, on the close side 2 grooves. The banana and the hand are perfectly made one.
Bro, shut the fuck up. My man's never seen a banana in his life. My man's never seen a banana in his life. What are you talking about? What fucking knobbly bananas are you getting, bro? Like, what are you on about? What are you talking about? This guy just like let his bananas go bad in the sun and is like, well, this means God exists, obviously. Happy Pride, everyone. Yeah, I guess, yeah, this is the first stream of Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone. Hey, Mr. Noobster, how you doing? Kiwis ruin everything. Is this guy from New Zealand? Yeah, bananas are literally a result of human cultivation. Humans made them that way. Like, even after. I feel like even after. This is like a thing that even happened like after Jesus was born or whatever. I had a high school teacher who basically said the same thing. Insane. Absolutely unhinged.
The other. You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip surface. It has outward indicators of inward...
He's even wrong, though. He's even actually wrong. Like, he's not even right in terms of, like, oh, it's got, like, a hand grip. It's got ergonomic design. It's not... That's not even remotely true. When you get, like, fucking bananas, they're so, like... You know what I mean? They're smooth as shit. There's no knobbles in them. What's he talking about? Oh, fuck me. So bad.
Contents: green, too early; yellow, just right; black, too late.
Whoa. What's he saying now? What's he saying now? What was that?
Contents: green, too early; yellow, just right; black, too late.
What does he mean? What does he mean by any of that? What does he mean by that? I don't understand. Why is he trying to say that?
Now, if you go to the top of the banana, you'll find, as with the soda can makers, they placed a tab at the top. So,
oh, bro, shut the fuck up. Even this guy eats 0 bananas. I know he's on about ripeness colors, but why is he trying to say that that's like very easily recognizable? That's just something that you observe in any fruit. And in fact, sometimes it's unobservable in a lot of fruits, like mangoes, for example. It's really hard to tell when they're correctly ripe. So what is he fucking... He's a fucking idiot. Also, this man eats so few bananas because every single banana eater understands... That's right. The other end of the banana, where the stem is not, is the best fucking way to open a banana. If you didn't know that, if you've been using the top bit with the sticky outy bit this whole time, you try it. Next time you got a banana, turn it upside down, pick that fucking bit off. Oh boy. That's how you do it. To show that God wants us to eat it based on obvious ripeness color. It's just so dumb. It's so dumb.
God has placed a tab at the top.
It doesn't even make sense.
The contents don't squirt in your face.
Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I went on a walk yesterday, actually, with my partner and her dad. And we were walking all around these, like, beautiful meadows and stuff like that. And I was, like, pondering around, like, fucking, like a ponderer. And I was thinking all about, like, you know that thing of, like, you ever think about this, chat, right? So, like, some people are, like, colorblind. Like, what if everybody's colorblind in, like, a different way? Like, what if, what I see as green is completely different to what everybody else sees? What if what you see as green is a completely different, unimaginable color to someone else? Like, I genuinely feel like, a lot of people say, like, oh, put yourself in someone else's shoes, right? You think about this a lot, right? But it's true, right? It could be possible, right? Like, if you were to put your consciousness in somebody else's consciousness, and see things the way that they see things, hear things the way they hear things, etc., 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 it might be so fucking white. Well, it would be for a lot of reasons. We know this because of, like, other stuff like neurodivergencies, the way people think and stuff like that, right? But imagine if it was, like, down to, like, the way that we see color and down to, like, the way we hear language as well, like, all that as well. Like, there's so much of it. It's a thing. There's multiple types of colorblind. Yeah, I mean, colorblindness is different because colorblind people will, like, look at red, but they'll recognize it as, like, well, hang on a minute, I just see that's the same color as that. Do you know what I mean? It's different. Color blindness is different to what I'm thinking about, which is like legitimately that like what I see as like even the color beige might be like so vastly different. Yeah, the eye-brain system is extremely complex, right? It is. Same with sound. What if your voice... Yeah. What if the voice sounds completely different? What if every single person in the chat right now is hearing my voice in a different manner? Yeah? Don't smoke weed and watch the DJ Muel stream. Don't do it, because your mind will explode. Don't do it. All the stoners in chat right now sat there like... Don't do it.
You'll find a wrapper which is biodegradable.
my mind is well past that stage.
Notice how gracefully it sits over the human hand. Notice it has a point at the top for ease of entry. It's just the right shape for the human mouth. It's chewy.
It's just the right shape for the human mouth. What the fuck? You know what else is the same shape as a banana, chat? Oh, I forgot on my head. What's that? Oh, I got something gross on my head. Oh, chat. What is it? What is that? It's like a... Get it off. Get it off. Okay, it's gone. Anyway. You know what else is the same shape as the human mouth? The same shape as a banana? Got soil on my head, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That's right, chat. A courgette. So think about that. No, it's a penis. So being gay, that's fine. You heard it here first, folks. Being gay, that's fine. No problem with that. The way I said that just now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was good. It was good. I've missed streaming. I've missed it. Genuinely. My bounce because I'm worried about my optic nerve now. I won't find out shit until July. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Ashran. I didn't mean to upset you. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Don't worry about it. As soon as you said penis, the sirens went. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right.
Easy to digest.
Wait, when you hear yourself on tape or on a video, does it sound the same as when you hear yourself speak live? Oh no, it sounds completely different. Definitely, yeah. Sounds completely different. Yeah. Groundbreaking stuff, Muel. Thank you. Yeah, you know, everybody's saying this. I'm coming up with all sorts of stuff all the time. So many good takes.
And it's even curved toward the face to make the whole process...
What I was trying to say is that obviously he's saying that being gay is fine in the eyes of God. That's what... But it did come out very funny.
So much easier. Seriously, Kurt, the whole of creation testifies to the genius of God's creative hand. It absolutely does.
Shut up, you little Willy. You little fucking Willy. The atheist's nightmare. 17 years ago. Someone describes how God made a banana so it fits directly into the human hand. Is this person being serious? This person's being serious. That's so funny. Oh, I'm immediately getting Richard Dawkins videos. Oh, it ended I'm sorry, it ended the song. I'm sorry, let's do it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Thank you so much for the raid, Kira chats. How are you doing, sweet, beautiful Kira? What's going on? Welcome in, everybody. My name is DJ Muel. Today's my first day back from streaming after like a month off. How are you all doing, everybody from Kira's stream? Yeah, my name is DJ Muel. I'm an activist, housing activist. I'm on Red Planet with Kira. If you don't watch our show, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you doing that? Get involved. Get involved and check that out. But yeah, more about me. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a leftist political streamer, but we're currently watching stuff. I've just done a little bit of gardening. I've just been repotting some stuff. I'm growing vegetables. Kira, I don't know if I've ever shown Kira this, but I'm growing loads of stuff at the minute. But you should, everyone in my chat should all go follow Kira chats because she's great. Anyway, but I'm growing loads of like plants and stuff. I've got some here. Look, I'll show you my plant. There's my pepper plant, capsicum pepper plant. Oh shit, that is looking unhappy as shit. It is so fucking mad that I repotted it. It's not happy about that. Look at, did you see that? You see the fucking leaves, chat? They've all gone like, that's no good. And look, I got jalapeno. Oh, you can't even see it because of the green screen. You can't even see it because of the green screen. Hang on. Hang on. You called your donors pieces of shit last last Red Planet? No, I didn't. What are you on about? No, I didn't. That never happened. I didn't do it. Demon Go Good, thank you for gifting a sub to Kira chats. Appreciate that. Look. Look, there you go. There's proof. I do have plants. There you go. There it is. Transplant shock. It'll pick up in a couple of days. It will. That's my pepper plant. That's my jalapeno pepper plant. Look at that. Got my garlic. Got my garlic popping off there. Look at that. Okay, I didn't even show chat this. But I got spring onion seedlings, but they're very, very, very tiny and it's really hard to see. And I actually don't know if they're growing at all. Because there's like one, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? It's like there. It's like there. Anyway, whatever. I think I need to water that more. I'm a proud plant dad. I'm a proud plant dad. Really proud. I'm a plant dad. So we're doing some gardening stuff. We're having a look at some gardening stuff. Hold up. How do I do this? Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. Anyway, who's joined the stream? Who's here? We've got Enormous Door Slamming, how you doing? Gianna, how you doing? Porcelain Giant, good to see you. We got Demon Gone Good, how are you? Also got Survival, that's a nice name, I like that. Who else did I miss? Anyone else? Nice version of Scatman's World, thank you so much. I love Scatman John, he was a cool guy. He was a cool guy, wasn't he? Ghost plants, it's true. If you watch the VOD, you can watch Muel spill soil and garlic water all over his gamer rig. Yeah, that did happen. That did actually happen. Hey Frazo, how's it going? Nearly midnight here to get ready for bed. No worries. You go sleep and have a lovely time. Jack Strax, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Yeah, we're watching. Well, we just watched this guy. We just watched this guy talk about bananas and like, you know. We'll just skip to this one point. This guy is like a... This guy is... this guy's like a godhead, you know? He's a God Squad godhead. He's a Bible basher. And he's trying to tell people how it's proof that God exists, that bananas exist. You might have seen this video already. I don't know. and this bit just stuck out to me. I don't know if anyone's seen this video before and seen this bit. They know which bit I'm going to talk about, but this bit particularly stuck out to me, right?
Over the human hand. Notice it has a point at the top for ease of entry. It's just the right shape for the human mouth.
And we all know what else has got a point at the top for ease of entry. And is shaped exactly like a banana. And that is obviously the right shape for the human mouth. Don't we? We do know what that is. It's a courgette. That's right, chat. It's a courgette. But no, obviously I'm talking about penises. It's Pride Month. Anyway, that's the atheist's nightmare. So there you go. That's the atheist's nightmare. But we were watching this video of this guy. He's growing bananas in Scotland, which is really interesting because it's super cold up there, and bananas are a tropical plant. So we've sort of been watching how he did it. He like built these little containers with insulation and stuff. It was really cool. Hey, Red Orchid, and hello, Vic the Victim.
New growth coming through.
Welcome in.
A lot of the old stem dying off, but look, you can see there's nice healthy leaves starting to come out. And we've got the 3 pops there, and the 3 pops all look nice and steady.
Kira, how was your stream? What were you doing? I don't know if you're still here, if you need to go and do stuff. It's all good.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just rake over the bed. The places where there's loads of leaves.
We got a shout out for her, didn't we? She was just chatting today.
Gingers, the Hedychium gingers that I've got there, or Hedychiums, different ways of pronouncing it. I'm going to rake that up. And I'm just going to more evenly distribute.
Chat, I tell you what I really want to do. I really want to grow my own ginger and make my own ginger beer. I think that would be really nice, especially in like the summer. Sweet, nice, hot, not hot, sweet, nice, cold, fizzy ginger beer. It probably won't be fizzy because that's not how things naturally ferment. But I think that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Yeah? That'd be cool.
Mulch to make sure that the soil can heat up a bit better. And then we've also got my tree dahlia here, known as Dahlia imperialis.
Is that Kirk Cameron?
Meters tall last
someone
year.
said his name before. I think it was Middle Earth Marxist. Ray something or other?
It kind of strengthened up, so you can see at the base there, it's huge.
My worst nightmare is men suggestively eating bananas. Yeah, me too. I hate it.
It probably doesn't look
I hate it.
It is an absolute monster trunk. Unfortunately, the whole trunk...
Ginger is a tropical, but you can do it with grow lights indoors. My stepmom grows ginger, and she only lives like, 20 minutes away. Seems to grow quite well. Ray Comfort. Oh, hey, Carpe Pax. How you doing as well? Let's get a shout out for Carpe Pax as well. Go follow him. Ray Comfort, the guy on the left was Kirk Cameron. Oh, okay. I'm learning things.
Here.
Thanks, chatters.
And covered it a few weeks ago, just try and get a bit of heat back into the ground.
Banana is comfortable, yeah, that's right.
Growth. This did grow really fast last year, even in cooler temperatures. So I'm hoping this has survived. If it hasn't, I have got some cuttings inside that I took just in case this wouldn't survive. But it feels really solid, so I'm quite hopeful that there is some life left in there. So I'm just going to do the same with this. Break away the excess mulch, because this was almost 2 foot.
I'm sorry, Shafiq. Yeah,
And I'm going to then give it some hot water.
You could give him another shout out if you like.
Live pretty soon. So that's
up to you.
This section of the video. I'm now going to fast forward a few weeks and show you the growth with the slightly warm weather and the hot water treatment, and we'll see how nicely they start to come back into growth, because that's always a concern with these. Although it looks like they've all survived, until we get some good strong growth in them, I won't know 100% if they are definitely going to come back and if they're going to come back with.
So plant chatters, platters, mulch. You can make that out of like anything, right? You can make that out of like, well, not anything, but you can make that out of mostly like dead plant matter. Like this guy's obviously got like wood chips and stuff. Is that like valid? It obviously is, right? That's why he's doing it, yeah? Is that right?
Healthy, strong growth, or if it's going to be distorted.
There's no point now. No.
Sections have gone rotten. But we'll find out in a few weeks' time.
This fella's early spring breads look so good, by the way. Oh, shit.
So it's now 2.5 months later. And
whoa, look at this!
Fantastic amount of growth from some of the plants. Now,
whoa, what's that there? What's that? There's like a... what's this? That's not a banana one. What's he got growing there? Look at this. Literally just a couple of weeks. You can make mulch with mostly wood chips. Oh. Yo, this is amazing. You can make it out of a lot of stuff. Just make sure it's not something that could grow back from cuttings. Okay, yep.
It was a very tricky 2.5 months. It's been incredibly windy the last few months, and some of the bananas have really suffered. In fact, there's one banana which has grown 5 leaves, and every new leaf that came out was ripped off within 1 week of opening, so that one's almost died. I've actually transplanted it. Now the reason I've moved that one is because it's one of my Sequamentus bananas.
Sunflowers, yeah, it could be.
And they all grew slightly different because it had slightly different genetics, because
some kind of squash.
Grown. And with that one, it had very long petioles on the leaves. So I can show you an example. This one here.
Chat, this is what I need. I need a place with a fucking garden, man. I need a place with a garden so I can like grow some shit. I would die for this, man. This would be so good.
Yeah, you can see where the leaf comes out from the main stem. There's quite a long bit of stem. Same with this one here.
The dream.
Some variety of Musa Sequamentus that I had, and every time the wind came, the leaves would get ripped off.
You need to get yourself an allotment. No, because with an allotment, you get all this extra kind of shit. Also, I got pay. Well, I guess I would have to pay for a place with a garden, but like, Young Black Economist, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you. How are you doing? Good to see you. No, because you would. I guess an allotment would probably be cheaper than a place with a garden. Like, a place with a garden would cost more. But... Obviously, you know what I'm thinking, chat. I'm thinking about guerrilla gardening. But that would mean breaking the law, and I don't do that. I never break laws. I believe that the law is the arbiter of all morality, so why would I ever do that? We used to have a garden, but dickhead housemates, so I never like being out in it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's like another thing. Like, most of the places where if you get like a garden, especially if you're renting, you might not like be able to stay in that place for long, you know? Allotments seem like a lot of work to get clean. Also, there's like waiting lists on allotments as well, yeah. Yeah, it's really rough to get like, to actually get a place. And then also there's the whole thing of like, well, if you can't afford like fences around it and shit like that, then tough luck. You're just gonna get people stomping all over your crops, you know what I mean? This is why council houses built after the war had a garden as a requirement. Yeah, and they should do that for everybody. They should. We just need more council houses, man. We just need more housing. This is the problem, right? This is the problem. I get you. I live in a place where I'm not allowed to grow food plants in the ground. Yeah, for sure. That fucking sucks. HOA neighborhoods, fuck that shit.
Ones have actually lost 2 or 3 leaves themselves. These are the 2 Musa Sequamentus plants.
So bad.
But they've kept enough leaves that they've kept growing, whereas the other one really just suffered and started to die.
Hell yeah, Middle Earth.
I'll show you what that one looks like now. But before I show you that, this is what I've replaced it with, which is a seed-grown type of, I think, a Musa Sequamentus called Daz Giant. This is supposed to be a similar level of hardiness, maybe slightly larger leaves, so it'll be interesting to see how that does. That's a new one for this year. And this is the Musa Sequamentus that I took out with the longer petioles. As you can see, all the leaves have been broken on it. These were all the leaves that grew this year. They all just snapped off and shredded, so they've really not done well, and it's just got weaker and weaker because every new leaf is put out, it's just died before.
This guy's garden is so good. Yeah.
This is the last leaf, which has kind of lost energy and started to die back.
So fucking weird to ban food plants. What the hell? Well, I think it's just like it's part of the commodification of food, right? That's what it is. Like, I don't think HOAs are to do with that in particular, but I think it's illegal in some states to grow your own food. That might be right. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. You might not even be able to do pots of food and shit, you know? Allotments are good though. Everyone who's in them is on the same waiting list you were. They're pretty friendly as long as you put the time in on your plot. I think that's a pretty broad, sweeping statement. But I can get behind the general gist of it, you know?
And even the young
I think Gobs does use pots and planters,
so
yeah.
I think I might lose this. I'll see what happens. Maybe if we get some calm weather and there's enough leaf surface, it might recover. But I'm a bit worried that it's still rolled up. The growth is starting to slow, so this is probably not going to open. Without this being open, there's not enough surface for photosynthesis, so I think this plant, unfortunately, probably will die. But that's why.
Yeah, they're protecting you from growing the food wrong and getting sick. It's so bad. Food plants in ground look a little wild sometimes and bring down property values. Yeah, it's fucking capitalism, isn't it? It's so sick. It's fucking sickening.
Did lots of Sequamentus plants.
And again, that kind of goes back to, by the way, that sort of like settler colonialist shit I was talking about before, where like white people went to fucking, you know, indigenous Australians and were like, yo, this looks disgusting, what you're doing here. And they did a whole genocide, right? About their fucking, the way that they grow food and shit, right? You know what I mean? An excuse I heard was that homegrown food isn't regulated. So absurd. So completely absurd. So completely absurd. You know, don't grow food because it looks weird and wrong. Like, there's so many layers of just like colonialism and capitalism that, like, you know, stops people from living the way that they're supposed to live. It's just completely I fucking hate this shit, chat. I fucking hate it. You know?
I want to see which banana is the hardiest, and I've also grown lots of different other varieties of banana. The idea is I find out the one that's best suited to my climate and I stick with those ones, and the ones that aren't most suited I either give away to friends or family, or they just die because they don't like our climate. So most of the other ones, as I say, did okay. There was one, which was the smaller one down here, which actually, the stem actually didn't look too bad in the last video update. That one completely rotted off and died, so I've replaced that with another seed-grown variety this year. Again, it's supposed to be a Sequamensis type banana, but this one's called Helen's Hybrid. And this one is supposed to have really nice purple colour underneath the leaves. You can see that there. And the other thing that makes this stand out from the other Sequamensis is you get this kind of waxy bloom on the stem there, which is a nice kind of blue colour. That does rub off if you touch it, but it has this nice kind of glaucous blue colour on the stem. This isn't showing it too well because it has been so windy, the leaves have been rubbing against it and it's kind of come off in places. But it is showing quite nicely in some of the newer growth. And if we have some calmer weather later in the summer, that should look quite good.
Apparently most of the East Coast was just massive food forests that the indigenous people kept. Colonizers chopped it to hell in the name of growing more familiar plants that don't do well here. Wheat. Yeah, right, exactly. So
that was
fucked.
A replacement, as I say, for the previous one. The reason being that one actually, although the stem looked okay at the beginning,
can't be growing them there taters without Mr. Monsanto's approval, brother.
The stem actually completely rotted
That's right.
off. And this is what is left of that Musa Sequamensis. So the original stem was in the middle here. That completely rotted off and snapped. And this is now a small pup which has come up from the side.
Pop.
So the plant is a bit weaker.
It is demonic, isn't it? It is
starting to regrow. So maybe this type of Musa Sequamensis is less harder than the others. It's a little bit hard to tell because that Musa Sequamensis was in a more contained, insulated box with less ventilation. So maybe it got too wet and humid and it rotted off over the winter, and that's the reason why it's died. So we'll try growing this for another year, see how it does. But this Musa Sequamensis was always...
So this guy made his banana plants too hot and humid over winter, and that's how they died. He was like too worried about his banana plants, so they died. I feel sorry for him, man. Not all of them, obviously, but one of them did. So, you know, what he should learn from this is that he doesn't need to be so precious about his hardy banana plants in the fucking, you know, in the future.
Smaller, a bit more of a dwarf variety, so I'm not super happy with the growth form of this. So if this doesn't make it, I'm not too worried, or I might even put this in another garden somewhere because at the moment this isn't my favourite form. But of the other two Sequamensis plants, these are looking really good. This one is a little bit more wind damage. It's not looking like it's doing as well. But the one at the back, that's definitely my favourite so far. I'll just see if I can get a better angle.
There's like a safe zone for most plants, which is why climate change is horrifying. Oh yeah, definitely.
Quite large leaves as well.
I love that I've chosen to grow plants just as climate change is like really accelerating, you know? It's a really smart move from me, you know? I don't know, you gotta make the most of it while it's still here. I guess that's how I'm thinking of it.
What's also quite nice is a lot of the stem has grown and a lot of the old dead stem has fallen off, so the stem's looking nice and clean now. The rest of this dead material will probably fall off soon. It'll have a nice clean green stem. The leaves themselves, although they're quite long, I was a bit worried with the length of them they would be snapped off, and as you can see there is one hanging down there that snapped off previously, so this has already lost a few leaves to the wind. But although they're quite long leaves, they do seem quite tough, so this one is growing quite nicely. Quite happy with that one. As I say, this one as well is looking pretty good. This one though, And their baby is actually really, really healthy, really strong growth coming up on that. Big leaves as well. And one of the nice things with this one is it's a bit like the Helen's hybrid. It has a really nice kind of purple colour underneath. All the sequences have it to a degree, but some of them have it more than others. But this one has that really nice kind of purple colour. So this is also a really nice variety. The leaves on this one tend to be a bit wider and a bit shorter than the leaves on this Musa sequences, as you can especially see that with the younger growth there of that leaf. So this is doing well, sending up a nice pop. This one's also sending up pops, but they're just very weak at the moment.
I love that they're called pops. I love that they're called pops.
And both of these have lost so many leaves over the summer so far with the wind that they're a little bit weak. But we've had a heat wave last weekend where we had about 20 odd degrees, and this weekend it's supposed to be about 26, 28 degrees Celsius, which is a lot hotter than the 18 that we normally get here in Scotland. So it'll be interesting to see how these do. They should really perk up and hopefully put on a decent amount of growth.
Yeah, be able to do experimentation, might be able to grow tropicals easy with the shifts happening around you. Well, the unfortunate reality of that is that it doesn't just mean that it's going to be like hotter all round, right? That's why it's called climate change rather than global warming nowadays, because actually what it means is that there's going to be extremely hot summers, but also extremely cold winters. So will I be able to grow more tropical plants? Who knows? In that window between, you know, winters, maybe. Will I be able to grow colder plants in that window between summers? I'm not sure. Maybe. We will see, I guess. The future is unfortunately uncertain, isn't it? So we'll see about that. Just got an email listing 9 British slang terms I should be using. Oh yeah? What did you get that from? Clickhole? What the fuck? Who's emailing you that stuff? Hey up, duck.
The rest of the spring wasn't too bad. We did have some slight late frosts. It wasn't particularly bad, the frost. And
still cold and wet right now here? Wow.
Wow,
that's fucking rough.
They didn't really have their growth.
It's going to be a heat wave this week, is that right?
The main problem this year, as I say, has been the wind, which has been almost relentless. Week after week, it gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So I'll show you the other bananas now. That was all.
Risk of hot summer in UK is more than twice normal figure. Oh man. You gotta be kidding me. What? Oh no. Why did I Google any of this? Why did I Google any of this? At what point is this a good idea? UK heat wave prompts National Grid to fire up coal plant to meet aircon demand. This is like literally what Republicans think about mass shootings. They're like, the earth is dying, so we should kill it more. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck, man? National Grid asked for 2 units at Ratcliffe on Saw plant to be brought into action after temperature tops. This is insane, dude. This is insane. We live in an insane country. I fucking hate it here. This is climate fucking barbarism, whatever the other one opposite climate Leviathan is. Behemoth. This is climate behemoth shit. You know? Is this from today? This was 12 hours ago. This was 12 hours ago. Risk Inverse.
Hype.
Thank you so much for the 15 months. Thank you. I genuinely can't believe this. National Grid has broken a 46-day run in which coal has not been used to generate electricity in Britain in order to meet extra demand for air conditioning. We've only not been using coal for 46 days. Dude. The grid's electricity system asked Uniper, the owner of Ratcliffe-on-Soar power station in Nottingham, to start producing power from the coal-fired power plant, promising criticism from Green campaigners. No, you don't say. I would have thought they would have been delighted to hear that. You know, it's only a matter of time before someone blows these fuckers up. Yeah? I'm genuinely saying this. I'm genuinely, like, I'm not advising that anybody should do this. I'm not telling anybody to do this. But very fucking soon, someone is just going to blow these fucking power plants up. Because this is insane. They do not listen to anybody. Do you know what I mean? The national grid can only power up what is already built. If they don't fire up more power plants, the whole grid dies. I'm sorry, but that's a better alternative. You know? Get some, like, emergency generators for, like, you know, people who need it in hospitals and shit like that. Disabled people who need machines to live. Other than that, I'm sorry, but we can do without fucking electricity if it means that the planet doesn't die. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but, like, it's just fucking outrageous. It's just completely outrageous. We literally have so much wind power in this country. Yeah, I was thinking that, Jenna. We literally have so much fucking wind power here. And they're like, oh, well, we better fucking put the fucking coal on. Just in case. Fuck, man, I didn't need to see that today. I didn't need to see. Literally turn off fucking office buildings. Work from home. Do you know what I mean? That's what the fucking aircon is. When they're talking about aircon, you know what? That's right. When they're talking about fucking aircon in this country, they're talking about rich people and offices. That's what they're fucking talking about. We don't need to be working in offices, man. We can work from home. We know this. We literally know this. You know? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's really wound me up.
All the Sequences ones and the new varieties that I'm growing this year. So in the back here we have the Musa Bazou. I don't think this has lost a single leaf this year. I don't think it's because it's more sheltered. It is more sheltered now because this Inseti banana's got enormous, but I think it's because it's just a variety.
Yeah, rich people, offices, big box shops. Yeah.
So the Musa Bazou is the one I always expected to do best in my climate because it's more hardy at winter time, although in the summertime I still don't know if I think Sequences might have to grow better over the summer than Bazou in my climate, because Sequences maybe is used to cooler conditions in the summer, whereas this is used to slightly warmer conditions in the summer, although it can take a bit more frost in the winter time. So this is doing really well. I've actually already separated the largest pup. So
yeah, Ashrand, I think you may have like misunderstood me here. I'm not like mad at the national grid. I don't know why you're thinking I'm mad at the national grid. I'm mad at everybody in power that has led us to this point. Do you know what I mean?
There's 3 remaining, possibly 4 if you count the really small one right at the background right there. And so this is doing well. As I say, the other pup was really quite large. That's now been separated.
Like, I know I'm short-sighted, but I'm not that short-sighted. Do you know what I mean?
This is doing well. Quite a lot of leaf damage. I'll probably remove this ugly leaf soon because it's not doing much, but although the leaves have been shredded and damaged, they haven't been snapped off, so this has done much better with the strong winds. And another plant that isn't a banana, but I mentioned in the previous video, is the tree dahlia here. This never came back, unfortunately. It kept growing new shoots. Every 2 or 3 days there would be a new shoot that would come up, but as soon as it appeared within 12 hours or so of me first seeing it, it would just be cut off by something. Something's been nibbling it. I don't know what it is, but it just gets cut down every time. So that's kind of lost energy now.
Whoa. So this guy's got like critters in his garden that are so big they're like nibbling the fucking plants away. What the fuck? All right, Shafiq, no worries. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. I want a little patch like this to play with. I really want to try in-ground olives for a watering system. What is that?
I think this will die off, unfortunately, but I have got cuttings from this from last summer, so I'll keep those cuttings alive, and I'll
little rodent fellas, yeah.
Next summer, so I'll have my tree dahlia again. So now I'll go on and talk about my Inseti ventricosum plants. The rest of the tropical bed, there's lots of other interesting plants, but this is really a banana update in this video, so I will talk about them later on. But what?
Chat, do you know what I learned recently? That you can like eat every type of thistle. Like, there are 14 types of thistle in the UK, but all are edible. So that's in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else. But, like, yeah. Basically, you need to, like, take the stingy leaves off, and you can eat the stem. It's really interesting. What does it say here? Thistles have long been appreciated as an edible in the wild food and medicinal plant community, but they can be intimidating, especially for foraging beginners. Today I'll share the best tips I have for harvesting, cooking, and enjoying the ones I've cooked with. So I think Some of them have roots you can eat, which is interesting. It's really cool. Look at that. I don't know a wild thistle that isn't edible, but they're worth harvesting. We'll take some experimentation with the local varieties. According to the U.S. Forest Service, there's 58 native thistle species, around 200 total in North America. So far, I've only eaten a few. Well, a couple of those I can't place. So you'll find some of them that have these like big roots. Maybe you can eat them. How do you write that? Yeah, Goblin Huggers wrote it in the chat there. Thistle's edible parts. So thistle plants are related to globe artichokes. There's a few different parts of thistles you can eat. The leaf mid-rib of the larger, deeply lobed leaves can be trimmed and eaten. The young flower stalk shoots can be peeled and eaten raw or cooked. Finally, the crowns and roots can be dug and cooked as a vegetable. One of my winning dishes from Chefs vs. Wild: lacquered elk rib with chanterelles, rose hips, and thistle roots. Madness. Absolutely madness. Harvesting the best thistle root I've eaten. If I had to guess, I'd wager they were Sursum avens or Cirsium scariosum. Santhea's field guide also mentions Cirsium discolor as having large, tender roots. So apparently these were super tasty. So yeah, really cool. Learned that. Same with nettles. Yeah, you can eat nettles, yep.
I will mention is all of the hedychiums came through fine, so the hardy gingers, you can see there's...
And I think with nettles, to eat them, like, you don't even really need to, like... I think you just need to boil them, don't you? Or something, because of the spiny thing. If you just, like, eat it with your mouth straight away, it'll be like, ow.
Coming up here, and a few at the end. A bit of variance in how well they did. This one is Telstar 4. The two on the right were the ones that kept in the ground.
My partner got stung so bad by nettles yesterday. It was absolutely crazy. She had like the biggest fucking welts all up her legs. It was so bad.
Hello, my old chum.
Thank you for the follow. It was so bad, honestly. Boiling dissolves the spines, right? Yeah.
On the left were the ones that overwintered indoors, and they've grown up just fine. The other ginger is the Hedychium wardii, which has done fantastic. In fact,
so she was like really in pain, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get you some of this dock leaf." And I found some dock leaf like eventually, and like, you know, got it all and rubbed it on her legs and stuff, and didn't tell her that it was like a placebo until like later. Because apparently that's true. I don't know if that is true, but like I've heard a lot of people say that it is a placebo. Let's Google that right now. Are dock leaves a placebo for nettle stings? It's often claimed that crushed up dock leaves relieve the pain because their alkaline sap neutralizes the nettle's formic acid. But dock leaf sap is acidic too, so this cannot be true. But yeah, the best thing to put on nettle stings is soap and water and a moistened cloth. The thing is that the dock leaves do help because they have water in them, and you can literally, like, you know, rub them on the legs and get rid of some of the nettle stingers or whatever they're called, the nettle hairs. So it does help a little bit, but literally any plant that isn't also poisonous or harmful could do that, you know? So it's one of them.
This is the first flowers I've had, and they smell absolutely fantastic. Really amazing scent. Now, although this one has actually grown much better outside for me in the summertime, especially last summer, this did much better than the Telstar 4. It seems like the winter hardiness, it really didn't do that well. It did survive the winter, but it just hasn't really grown until the last month or so. So all the growth you see now is the plant I overwintered, and all this new growth you can see is all from the plant I overwintered. So you can see,
yeah, it's a really damp plant on the inside.
Really
yeah,
two stems. It's got another 4 shoots coming up, which are much bigger than the previous.
Yeah, it's really wet.
So that's doing really well. It's been in slow growth, not complete dormancy over winter, and it's shooting up now. But this was just a very small division of the main tubers. Most of the tubers, probably something like 80%, was left in the ground, and all that's come up is this one small shoot from the original tubers. I did check, and most of them were fine. They were a little bit damaged. You can see them down here. They're quite close to the surface, but they're all still quite hard. But it's just put up this one shoot. It's now the middle of July, and there's almost no growth at all. So what I'll do next year is I will keep these inside so they won't go fully dormant. It seems that although these do well in my cool climate over the summer and they grow quite well, it's getting out of dormancy that it struggles with. And if it's going to be this late coming out of dormancy, I'm going to have barely any growth over the summer. So next year, I'll be definitely digging this up, keeping it growing over the winter, and then just planting it out every year. So I'll show you my Enseti ventricosums now. These have been fantastic with the wind. I don't think they've lost any leaves. They have had some wind.
Who is this guy? This guy's called Gardening at 58 North. I don't know what his actual name is, but yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got some good stuff going on.
With the leaves being shredded.
Try and find you the link in the chat.
The leaves are much tougher on these, and the plants have done really well. As you saw earlier on,
I think it's that.
The leaves are really quite small and stunted, such as these ones here. But once the plant got its roots down, it's really starting to size up now, and it's almost as big as it was at the end of last summer now.
That's crazy.
You see the stem is a bit smaller, so this is the old stem, and the new stem inside is definitely a bit narrower, and some of the old stem is starting to die back. But the leaves now are probably on par with how big they were last year, and it's only the middle of July. It's got so much leaf mass now that's going to have lots of area for absorbing sunlight.
You could make a roof out of those leaves. You could like get those leaves together and make like a raft on a river. That's crazy, man. Look at that really shit.
Rapid growth, and so for the next month or two, whilst we've still got some good growing conditions.
Can't you cook in banana leaves? I feel like they're like thick enough to cook. They're like nature's aluminium foil or some shit.
It's going to size up.
If you were to get like, I don't know, something like some like a fish or whatever, and like wrap it in a banana leaf and put it in the oven or some shit, you could like cook with it or whatever.
Nicely. Same with my other one as well. They're going to grow really big, and it'll be interesting to see how large they get this year. I'll show you a picture of how these looked at this time last year, just to give you an indication of how much more of the growing season is left.
Make sticky rice balls in them. Oh yeah.
My Ensetis, and it's towards the end they really start to take off once they get their roots established and they've got all that leaf mass.
You can definitely eat off them, yeah.
So this is my other Enseti ventricosum. As you can see, it's not looking quite as good. The reason being, this is a much more exposed site. This is my front garden. The wind really comes down from the south and the west over that direction. Even though there's a hedge there, it just barrels down. The 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts were really quite damaging for this. I don't think we lost any leaves, but as you can see, some of them were really badly shredded. The plant was a little bit stressed as well. You can see there's another leaf that's a bit shredded there. Also,
roast potatoes covered for a fire pit with banana leaves.
A
nice.
bed and a bedding border, so the soil is very rich, but not as rich as my tropical garden bed. And just the extra exposed site, I think it struggled a bit with the cooler weather at the beginning of the year. But as you can see, it's doing particularly well now. We're getting some really nice large leaves on the plant. It's starting to take off. You can see that this trunk is much more than last year, so you can see the thickness of last year's trunk. It's all dying back, and you got this new kind of stem in the middle, or trunk starting to regrow. So it's going to be a bit smaller, the stem, but by the end of summer it will be bigger again. And this one last year did tend to have bigger leaves than the other one. You can see already we're getting some really big wide leaves, absolutely enormous. I also quite like this one because it has such a nice red stripe, a bit more prominent than the other one, and it has that nice kind of glaucous colour. In fact, you can probably see that a bit better on some of the younger leaves here. We got that lovely kind of glaucous.
This guy grows some weird stuff together. There's roses in that bed. Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm like looking at all the stuff like where he's growing this shit, and I'm like, yeah, he's got like this other stuff behind here. He's got like pansies down there. Really interesting. I guess he's just done a lot of experimenting, right?
Really nice red stripe. So this is quite a nice looking Enseti ventricosum. It'll be interesting to see how it does. As I say, it's just starting to get going. Doesn't have as many leaves, but it's a much sunnier site this, so once the weather warms up and we have calmer weather, this one might actually do better than the other one if it needs that sunlight. If it's more to do with the ground conditions, then maybe the other one will grow better, but it'll be interesting to see how they do. I'm expecting these to get really quite large by the end of the summer. So that's all for now. I'm quite happy with how the bananas have overwintered. My first year overwintering them, -6 wasn't too hard for them last year, but I did have them well insulated, so that certainly helped. Musa Bazoo, as I said previously, wasn't really insulated. It was just mulched, so I'm quite happy with how they've done. I'll give you guys an update at the end of the summer and show you how they're doing, and I'll also give you an update in a few weeks time, probably just a general tour of my tropical garden to show you all the other plants, because there's lots of other interesting plants I have growing here and quite a few new additions. So that's all for this video update.
Cool.
I'll see you guys in a few.
Thank you very much, Gardening at 58 North. Go check him out. Go follow. The link in the YouTube chat. Sorry, the link is in the Twitch chat right there. And there you go. That was a lovely video, wasn't it? Very nice, very cool to know that you could just like grow a bunch of bananas wherever you want, as long as you know some tips and tricks 5 top 10 tips and tricks to grow your bananas if you live not in a tropical climate. How cool is that? Chat, it is unfortunately the end of the stream. I'm getting super tired, and but I've had a lovely time. I've had a really lovely time doing a bit of gardening, watching a bit of gardening content, catching up with you. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by today and supporting. It's been really, really cool. It's been cool to catch up with all of you. Thank you so much for all the follows, the raids, the donos, the subs, everything. Really, really appreciate you if you've been here chatting in the chat. Thank you so much. Or if you've just been lurking, I appreciate you a lot as well. If you've been watching this VOD on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your auntie, all that shit. We're going to go on a raid now over on Twitch. We're going to go check out a member of the community, Kasona Fun. I've not actually managed to catch one of Kasona's streams ever. And what he's doing an interesting thing. He's watching every presidential debate. Which is extremely funny. So make sure you head over with us to Kasona Fun's stream. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. It's going to be based. Yeah. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, this Wednesday is Trash Bingus. So be there or be square. An opportunity for you all to win some cool games while I play terrible ones. Yeah, I'll see you there. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you Wednesday. Thank you for the stream. Lovely to have you back. It's lovely to be back. Nice to have you back, Donald. Thank you very much. Nice to be back. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. Right. I'll see you all tomorrow, or I'll see you on Wednesday. Mwah! Stay excellent to each other. Peace, 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 peace.
We need. That's what we need.